Everybody talks about East Coast, West Coast, and I'm gonna ask Cali, man. I'm gonna get his. That's what I'm doing on this show. Right now, we could buy 100 brick and mortar radio stations across the Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good with it? What's good with it, man? How you doing? How you doing? Westcoast Heavies TV Podcast, live on the BizEnt.Network. I'm your man, J.Adams. Good with it, everybody. What's good with it, everybody? Hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. Little recap, man. I'm gonna bring my co-host in. Miss TPM is in the backstage waiting for our artist of the day. I'm very excited about this young man. Excited to bring him on today, man. He's got a lot of good things coming about. If you know anything about me, you know I love showcasing hot and interesting things, especially when I have never heard of it before. So we gonna get down with it today, and we're gonna get to the Grustle man himself, and we're gonna break down what Grustle means. You know, I love learning and I love hearing new and interesting things. So we're going to get into it today. But before we do it, man, we want everybody, man, if you like what you've been hearing, like what you've been seeing, support the Westcoast Heavies TV Podcast live each and every Sunday on the BizEnt.Network. You know, you can like it, share it, you know, hit the notification button, subscribe to us, man. Check us out each and every Sunday. So, man, just a recap, man. And last week, man, was another awesome week as we get closer and closer. This being April the 1st today, April 2nd, actually. So as we get closer and closer to BET Weekend 2023, man, it's going to be exciting. We got two awesome events coming up, man. Going to be Friday and Saturday. So we're getting closer and closer to going actually live to the public and be able to officially let y'all know who we got in the building, who's already confirmed and whatnot, give you more information on the event. Right now, we still keeping things a little bit tight-lit, working on confirming some more artists, some more celebrities right now. So any artists interested, any labels interested in the 50 years of hip-hop celebration and the executive salute on Friday, you want to email my publicist, Erica Lane, publicist Erica Lane at Gmail for all the information on the BET Awards Weekend 2023. BET has just started announcing their official event. So we're getting closer and closer, y'all. We're getting closer and closer. We're in April now. So, you know, we've been working on this since November. So we've put in, by the time we're done, we've put in a solid 6 months of working on this event. So we're very excited about the artists we have attending, the celebrities that's going to be in the building getting saluted that weekend, and the celebrity performances. A lot of the artists that you guys have wanted to hear have hit me up about hearing. They're going to be here in Los Angeles, man. So you want to be in Los Angeles, California, June the 23rd and June 24th, 2003. 50 years of hip-hop Gifting lounge is going to be off the chain. We're going to be doing that during the weekend. So if you got products, if you got merch, if you got new items on the market, you want to get them involved in the gifting suite because you want our celebrities to go home with your product. So we're not going to keep her too long today. We know Cheeky is always on the move. So we're going to get Cheeky M in here soon as possible, and we're going to get to Cheeky moments. I got a lot of you always see me, man. I'm always on this phone responding to people, responding to these texts, man. You know, I really appreciate the love that we get every Sunday, man. You know, my phone, it'd be kind of hard because I be going from my DMs to my text messages, man. But I just always want to shout out to my people, man, the Westcoast Heavies Nation, man, the support we be getting, man. I really do appreciate that from all over the globe, man. And that's largely in part by our partnership with G.R.U.S.T.L.E Music and G.R.U.S.T.L.E.shop. So we appreciate the whole team over there, man. So I got to tell people, man, you see me, you see Cheeky, but it's really everything I do is a team effort. Like it's really a team of people that make this happen, man. So appreciate everybody tapping in.
Definitely.
So, man, let's get to it, man. We got Miss Cheeky M in the building, man. Cheeky
Hey,
Morris is in the
hey,
building. How you doing?
Cheeky M, of course, Cheeky with Cheeky moments. It's always something going on. Um, Today, like I said, is a special day to me. I don't want to get too
That's right.
personal, guys, but I'm out here in the elements once again. I always got to be somewhere exotic. I try to keep it. Try to
That's
keep
right.
it fun and excited because guess what it's called? It's called Cheeky Moments. So I got to give you a moment and a little piece of me. Um, so I mean, today, I want to talk about some information about traveling. Because of lately, I know people have been going to different countries and and it hasn't been really safe. So I'm just want to tell people like make sure y'all traveling safe out here when y'all going to these other countries. It's about that time. It's springtime. A lot of people want to go to the islands. They want to go to Mexico. They want to go to all these different, places, So I just want everybody to just make sure they stay safe out there, traveling out there, because there's a lot going on. But for the most part,
Man,
um,
it's real.
listen, I'm always got something going on anyway. I should be on the road right now, guys, but I'm staying still.
Stand still today?
I'm staying still today. I,
Hey, that don't happen all the time, man.
I,
Cheeky is
hey,
staying still today. That's what's up, though.
I'm staying still today, y'all. God told me to stay still today on this good Sunday. We
That's
don't
what
never,
I'm talking about.
we are spiritual people here. We don't talk about, religion, but we do believe in God here. So that y'all need to know that on
That's
this
right.
show that we
That's
do.
right.
So, but he
So
told me to stay still today. Right now,
stay still today. That's
I'm in
what's
that,
up, man.
but I heard we're gonna have a great show today. What is the guy name? I mean, what's his name,
Oh, we
Mister?
got T.Hunt coming up today. We got T.Hunt coming up today, man. So, you know me, I always like to learn stuff new, man. I mean, that's why I tell you, man, with this internet, like, we didn't have this when I was an artist. Like, this stuff is so fun.
Right.
Like,
It's
it's just fun, man. You know what I mean?
exciting. And me, I'm me being somebody that's always been a speaker. I've always been a speaker, motivational speaker. I've always liked to express myself. So I love the fact that you actually gave me the opportunity to be able to let people know who I am. I've always I mean, I just always knew that I needed to let people hear my voice. I always knew I had a voice. Most of the time, it was just for personal people or work preferences. But I appreciate Jay and West Coast Heavies for actually bringing me on into the family. I'm out of Florida, so we got from the west to the east here in the south. We want to say the southeast, and you know it's just amazing what you can do right now with the internet and just being able to get out there and network and meet different people and be able to just be like what I love about this is I can be myself. I can be Cheeky L, be myself on here, and I love it.
Right. It's kind of like for me, the internet is always, I've looked at it as a tool. And it's kind of like I didn't get into the business the unconventional way. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I got in the business the conventional way. My mama was in the business. I went to school for acting. So that's not unconventional. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
studied, I was an
right,
actor before I was a rapper. So what
right.
I really, really, really like about the internet is it reminds me of one of my mentors, the co-founder of Interscope Records and one of Dr. Dre's good friends and business partners, Jimmy Iovine, because I'm an engineer as well.
Right.
Jimmy's more on the studio side. I'm more on the live side. I've always liked the live side. The studio's always um, frustrated me because artists today, artists, producers, engineers, and we're gonna get this on because I want to bring Todd back. I'm gonna bring Biz on, a couple of engineers. You may have some because I really want to talk to engineers. I don't want to talk to
Right.
beat makers
Yeah.
because if you've never mic'd a full drum set, if you've never mic'd a kick amp, I'm saying, a kick drum, if you've never had the mic and go through, I'm talking about back in the days when we had to use straight up plugins, man. I ain't talking
Yeah.
about this click a
Yeah.
button today.
In the
You
band.
know,
Like I grew up with my mother being the lead singer in the band, and we used to have to travel a lot. She used to have performances, and like the creative music that comes from instruments that everybody forget that that's how the original beats were made. Like, did we forget that? Not all of this
well, we did
technology.
forget that because nobody talks about that. We did forget that,
Right.
and that's why I feel like music is being disrespected today. And
Yes.
that's why I'm such an advocate because I don't hate on nobody getting 3 million. I mean, getting 300,000 for a beat. Because hell, I like to that's what I'm trying to. I mean, my new thing is now I'm managing producers. After this stint I did with Atlantic last year and then continuing this year, I see the bag in beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Production, like, so the bag is definitely there. The value. It's all about economics, man. Supply and
Right.
demand. So the demand is there. The supply of good beats is limited. So the money is there because everybody produces beats, but everybody don't produce beats that are necessarily a label is gonna take. But see, most artists and producers, if you talk to them today, they don't know what a second and a first engineer is. They don't even know what that means. They don't know what it means to have a producer, a sound engineer, a second engineer. They don't even know the duties of a second engineer. And like the reason I like the internet is because like Jimmy Iovine got into the business, not conventional way. He wasn't no engineer. Jimmy Iovine got into recording engineering the same way I got into live sound engineering. Like I literally had to carry my man Steve's bag around. I probably did that for about 3 weeks, man, and never touched the board, never touched the cord. And then when he finally let me start touching something, I had to go I was just the boy. I was just plugging the microphones up and running the cables. I still couldn't touch the board.
Right.
See, paying your dues is nothing nobody wants to do today. Everybody wants to just be rich. Everybody wants to just click a
Everybody, and
button
they
and
don't
be
know
rich.
work
You know?
ethic laws they want to be given and stuff. Because I had a conversation with my daughter today, and
Right.
I at her because I said, don't you want to get a job? And she looked at me like I was crazy, like, a job? Like, yeah, don't you think, I was working at your age. Don't you think you want a job? I
Right.
mean, they looking at, I work. Like, you don't want to work for what do you think is going to be given to you? I mean, so these, everything from just everyday life with kids and just these youngins growing up, they don't really have no work ethic. It's no work that they think they're supposed to be given it, like, entitled. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
not realizing that we had to work hard to get where we're at now. And then we had falls where we had to fall and get back up. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
they don't understand that because we didn't never show them that struggle. All they knew is everything was fine. And it's crazy because when it comes to the industry, I had a conversation with an artist today because they reached out to me and wanted me to help them, but you have no budget. Like, I mean, what do you
Right.
think? Like, who do you think I'm dealing with where there's no, like, where do they get this impression that there's, everything is just given to them or it's free and you don't have to have no budget and you don't have to have no marketing plan or promotional plan? It's like, I don't know where they getting their information from. They're not being educated, but it's just crazy how the artists are out here just, and then they get an attitude and get mad at you, and you ain't even do
Yeah.
nothing. It's just really crazy out here. So that's why I really stopped working with artists, independent artists, and start focusing on doing events and just doing that because what I have encountered with dealing with the artists, you know, from what I grew up from, the hard work that I grew up around seeing artists do to now, it's like I'm not going to let them give me no headache, you know, like over that. I'm just not going to do it.
No, you can't. You can't. You can't. It's crazy how it's like when you said that, right? It's crazy how I just thought about that. Like, damn, with this new company I built, because West Coast Heavies is only 3 years old. I just built this company in 2020. But it's crazy because I'm right back where I started in 1997 as an artist, you know. And see, the reason why I do events, right? The reason why I believe in doing events is because events for me has always built a budget. Like I
Right.
can do an event with my eyes closed. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like events don't frustrate me because it's an event. It's
Right.
it's, it's inorganic. You know, it's not a live human being talking back, saying what they think they
Right.
know, but they ain't never done
So
shit. They ain't
Right.
got no proof in the pudding of what they've done, none of that shit on their own.
Nothing.
Like, so for me, events has always been how I get a bag, you know what I'm saying? And then I could produce and put
And help
together,
and put
yeah,
together
exactly. And
maybe,
move.
yeah, maybe help some real artists out there. And it's
Chi-
not, you know,
Cheeky, cheeky.
can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes.
cheeky.
Hey, how
Yo,
you doing?
yo, would you ever mess with a guy who doesn't have a good resume of showing that he can keep up with a relationship? Like, would you fuck with
No,
a fuck boy?
no.
Okay, so when managers or different people are looking at artists, they're not having that same standard when it comes to artists. They're not actually working with the artists who are in the studios that want to know the craft, that want to learn how to put their money together,
Right,
that want to work
right,
with someone. You know what I mean? And
right.
sometimes that's. But go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, you're absolutely right. You know, and what I had to do is I had to relearn it because, like with Pure Promotions, I've been doing events for over 10 years. Actually, the 10-year anniversary this year for Pure Promotions, and I'm actually going to have a 10-year anniversary, collaborated with the Veterans Car Show that's later on this year in September, and we'll get to that later about that, but I've had encountered all different type of artists that are not even like when I mean they're playing out here. I mean they're just okay. They think that they go ahead, get in the studio, make one song, put it on social media, and that's it. You know, some of them don't even have videos. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like 40 songs. They just or they doing the drop the mic thing where they not even I mean I, like you said, fuck boys. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of them in the industry right now that, and then they have this attitude like you old or something, or like I don't know, and then they be getting information from different people telling them one person telling them this, and they come back bringing you something what somebody else said, and it's just like you know what? Listen, because I'm the way I am, and I got zero tolerance for fuck boys or fucked up ass bitches. Excuse my French, y'all, West Coast heavies. I try to keep it classy as possible, but I don't got time for that kind of stuff in general. I'm real cutthroat when it comes to handling my business. If you ain't on top of what you need to be done, I don't have time to waste my time. If I
Real talk.
see that you're trying or you're trying to be consistent, but you still not listening to what I have going on or telling you the way to move, I still cut you off. I was dealing with an artist for about a year who kind of played with me. I feel like had me setting up going to all these events, different cities, and all this kind of stuff, and at the end of the day, he didn't follow the directions. You know, I gave him a lot of opportunities to, to meet, prominent people that's in the industry. You know, you can't make it, you this, that, and the other. And that right there let me know that no, I just can't do it. You know, I'm not, I'm above this level. If I'm going to be dealing with anybody, it's got to be somebody that's already established in the industry. You know, even if they're independent artists, they got to be already established. You know, I can't work with these ones that's out here playing in the industry and expecting to get a deal from no work. You know, they think they got the hottest song, and it's like nobody don't even know who you are. How the hell you think you hot? And nobody don't know you. Nobody don't know you in
Or
California. Nobody don't know you in New York. Nobody don't know you but in Atlanta, or know you but
Right.
in, this in Atlanta.
well, well, sometimes yeah, a chicky might not be even a hot song. It may just be hot to you and the couple of your people who say they love you. Sometimes when you get outside your circle, you start really seeing how it really started affecting. A lot of niggas don't really understand that about their music. You know what I mean? Sometimes we could produce music that just catch a wave, but it hits a certain market. That's why you have more hit wonders than superstars. You get what I mean?
Right. Definitely. I agree with that because like I said, you know, and some of them, like some of the guys I dealt with, you know, they don't have no budget, so I can't help them. You know, you got a good song, but you ain't got no money to back yourself. You know, my people that I deal with, it costs. It costs for them for the radio. It costs for them to play your music in the clubs. It costs for them to, you know, like have a campaign or to be on tour with these guys. Like, you can't think that they just gonna like your song and they gonna put you on.
When that's what a lot of artists think. Yeah, a lot of artists that comes down to thinking. Like I have another studio owner out here that I used to work with a lot. And one of the famous things he always says is levels to this game. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times we as producers and managers and entertainment executives, we're bad at doing what the real estate industry does. Like when I went back to business school, I remember one of my classes, it was like, this is a major thing we don't do in marketing. You know, we don't qualify. See, when you go to buy a house, you have to qualify for that house. Like that house is $565,000. Your check stubs have to dictate that you can handle a $565,000 house, and then your credit score. You understand what I'm saying? So you're looking at your check stubs, your credit score, and what your deposit is going to be. A lot of times we don't qualify, and that's one thing that artists hate to hear me say, but that's just one damn good thing the major labels are good at. I've never worked at a major label and ever had that problem. Like, there's so many avenues you go to. Like, you may never ever meet the vice president. Like, I've only been around the vice president of Atlantic Records once, and that was at a party. And I do a lot of independent A&R for Atlantic Records, and I've only met the vice president once. Like, there's so many other people you have to go through. Just to even get your music even to where you'll get the nod from the head of A&R, you know.
Hey, I tell you this, Jay Adams, right before you bring the artists up, Jay Adams, I'm trying to get a lot of these niggas out there in the street that ain't supposed to be here, bro. I really do. And that's my that's my game of dirty Arvin, nigga. I'm trying to get a lot of these niggas up out of here because a lot of y'all niggas is in the way. Y'all ain't some shit y'all ain't made for. Until y'all get cut by that knife, and then it's like, oh shit, I risked my whole life for this shit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good one, man. Y'all have a blessed one, man. Let's bring our artists.
Pleasure,
hey, for real. So we getting ready. We getting ready to we almost at the half-hour mark. We getting ready to get into something I am excited about. Like I get excited about when I get bios like the bio I got, man. Like I say, my man Todd. Salute, man, to my man 1-5, man. Mr. Todd Smith, he don't never miss, man. He been doing this with me now for like 3 years. He don't miss when it comes to booking interviews, man. The dude is a great A&R, and he's a great program booker. So that's why, man, as the program director, man, he does his thing, man. So we got Mr. T.Hunt, man, the official, man, entrepreneur, man, CEO, man, of Grustleholic, man, coming up, man. So we got Mr. T.Hunt in the building, and I don't want to tell his story, man. I was reading this, and I'm like, I don't want to tell his story. I want him to tell his story, but we got Mr. T.Hunt coming up in the building. So as soon as he's ready, man, we're ready to go. You guys are really going to enjoy. Once again, man, I love to hear from heavies that's doing it around the world. You know what I mean? So like I tell people, Westcoast Heavies loves giving opportunity to other heavies out there, man, that's really doing it. That's really what I'm about, man. That's really what I built this whole platform about, man, was the bridge, the gap, man, between the West Coast and everybody else. Cause we're so like we way bigger than New York, right? But we so freaking isolated out here. It's ridiculous. So, man, coming to the show, man. We welcome him, man. Westcoast Heavies TV Podcast, man, on the BizEnt.Network, man. Welcomes Mr. T.Hunt in the building, man.
Hey, salute, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for
having me. Man, how are you doing today, brother?
Hey, I'm coolin', man. Just left the booth. Just dropped about 4 new songs. I feel great, man. Or as I say, I feel very substantial. I'm having a substantial case of the Sundays. You know,
Okay.
so it's all good.
Drop 4 new songs today, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I got
Working.
man.
Look at him. From the
Yeah,
booth to
stay
the
working,
interview.
man.
Working.
Yeah, man. I got about I got 2 projects I know coming out within the next 3 months, and I got about 4 more ready. A whole bunch of singles, man. I'm just getting to it, man. Getting videos ready, visuals, and all that. So yeah, I'm just staying busy, bro.
Man, that's what's up, man. Why don't
Yes,
you
sir.
give us a little brief, man, about how you got in the game of music, man? Like, what draw you to being in music, man?
Man, well, my mama and my daddy both sing, you know, man. And my mama, she named Teresa Hunt. She opened up for Nancy Wilson,
Wow.
is it Brandon Marcellus, Wynton Marcellus? You know, she do jazz, R&B, all that. So it's in me, you know what I mean? Like I've always done it, but just from back in the day, just hearing like Cool Mo D and all them, man, just like hearing them go there, just to watch it how it evolved. I've been doing this since I was 5, bro. You know what I mean? So like just being able to express myself and try to say it as creative as possible and not try to sound like nobody else. I take pride in that. So you know what I mean? That's why I do it. That's what got me started in it. You know what I mean? Just loving the art form and how they put the words together, man. So that's what started me, and it just stuck with me. Words waking me up in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you got to say this. You got to say this. So I just love this, man. I love the art, period.
So leaving the military, man, and you know what I'm saying, we salute your service, brother, and appreciate
you.
Very extensive resume, man. Yes.
Yeah.
I love my veterans. Cheeky loves the veterans. You know, she got a veteran car show coming up summer.
Car show down here in Florida in September the 2nd. Is actually going to be a 4-day event from August the 31st to the 3rd. But the actual car show is going to be on that Saturday. So, and I'm doing it for the veterans. I got sponsorship from
you're down there in Florida.
Wounded Warriors Project. I actually have the down here that's involved in military vets with golf. So it's gonna be really something great for the veterans. You know, something that we're gonna do every year. And I'm actually excited about it. You know, I'm excited. I got a lot of military people in my background. You know, in my family too, also. But so it's just gonna be exciting, you know. I'm ready.
Yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, that sounds dope. Salute to you for doing that too, man. A lot of people forget about these veterans, or should I say us veterans. I'm one too. You know, salute man. For that. That sounds super dope.
Yeah, that's super dope, man. You know, getting out of the service, man, and then coming back home, man, to pursue music full time. Man, that stuck with me, man, because it's like, okay. You get out of something, man, that's so stable, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you lead the military. Coming to the music business, man, what did you feel that you were bringing to the table, man, that was going to set you aside from what everybody else was doing when you got in the game?
The fact that I'm original, I feel like the original, bro, I always said. You know, I can talk about anything. I'm gonna always tell the truth about it. I don't exaggerate nothing. I don't lie. Oh, I got bricks. I got this. Now I'm gonna rap my life. I'm gonna make it sound as interesting as possible because it is. You know what I mean? I feel like what I go through, I got a story, and I try to motivate people to just stay on top of it no matter what. Like, no matter what you got going on in life, you just got to keep it moving. And that's why I came up with the Grustle. You know what I mean? The acronym for Grustle is, you know, getting rich is under scrutiny till life ends. It's like you go gain a little bit, you might take a loss, you might back you up a notch, but you got to keep going. It's a meme I saw. It's like 2 dudes, they digging. You see one dude walking away, he might have had to hit it 2 more times. He could have had The other dude, he a little bit ways away, but he going, he home. So it's like I'm trying to be that dude at the top, but I'm steadily trying to get to them jewels, you know what I mean? So I just keep going. And I feel like if I can motivate anybody, then I'm good. Like, I want to motivate one person to keep it moving, then I'll be straight with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's dope, man. I mean, and see, the crazy thing of it is, man, you kind of got in the game how I feel like I kind of cut my teeth, man, when I made a decision to leave my major situation, man, and then I went into independence, man. Like, what was going on that time, man? with the promotional scene, man, that made you feel like, man, you know what? I could do this better than them. I could do this in a more real way. Because that caught me too, man. Like your bio is very catchy, man. So it's like,
No, I appreciate that.
you know,
For me, so okay, so I joined the Air Force. I joined the Air Force, man, like 2 weeks before 9/11.
damn.
So I'm in basic training. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like this just happened. So then turn around, I end up going over there
Right.
for like 6 months. I went to Kuwait. I said, I bet I don't do this for 20 years. It's not gonna happen. Like, you know, I'm not about to be over there. You know, like, I'm cool. I can die back home. Like we get that they shooting people over there too. Like I'm straight.
For
So
real though.
I get out in 07. I come back home, and I see, you know, get to doing the shows. Put your name on the list. You know, all right, I'm going fourth. Cool. 1, 2, 3, go up. I'm ready. I'm waiting on my name. And 3 more people go up. Now I'm looking like, hold up, bro. I done paid my money. I'm in the club 20, 30 deep. You feel me? People coming to see me, so it's like, all right, bro. You know, like number 8 is on. I still haven't won. I'm supposed to go fourth. They play you, then everybody leaves. It's just me and my people. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna rock anyway. But I got a trick for y'all. Even though I did do that a couple times, it's like, nah, we're not about to keep going through this.
Wow.
The owner started seeing, like, man, every time you come in here, you got a whole bunch of people with you. Y'all don't cause no trouble. Y'all be here drinking, chilling. Yeah, supporting everybody. That's what we do. He said, how you want your own night? Sure do. I did that a couple times. He get his money. I make my money. I give you some more money. I appreciate you, you know, just for having me. And I had some extra, so there you go. They started letting me do my own night. At all the damn near all the club. I'm sorry if you can't cuss on here. I apologize. But as far as it started off one club, and then it just started. You know, I started touching all of them. I ended up getting the one called Jeans. They ended up giving me like every Friday. So what I did, I just did it right. If you said you're going fourth, you're going fourth. I'm not about to charge you $30, $40 to get up there and do 2 songs. Here's fat to get in. You got your 2 songs. Y'all get up there, y'all rock out. Because it wasn't about the money for me. I wanted to be heard too. So it's like I'm gonna do these shows, I'm gonna promote myself, and then I'm gonna have other people open up and do their thing too. And it ended up being like major around here. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's 2023. I haven't done that since like 2016. They still talk about it. Back then it was just all about getting myself heard. And then you start hearing artists along the way, they dope. Like, man, you dope, man. Come rock with me. Almost kind of like how Martin did Def Comedy Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays they say, hey man, Martin the one told me to come up here and do this and do that. You know, I had a couple of cats, they get in there, they get their music heard, they get to doing videos, they get to doing whatever they want to do. I take them out of town with me. You know what I mean? Show them like, look, that's how they doing it out of town. You know, and I don't know, man, I used to love doing, you know, just doing the shows and being heard. But then, you know, the headache of dealing with, you know, the little minor details of, you know, showing them dealing with the door, dealing with people at the door. People don't want to pay to get in, but I ain't paying to get in here. Like, you're going to pay, you're not coming in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, straight up.
But, yeah, you know, and then I don't really have too many, you know, too much drama, too many situations. But, you know, every now and then that happens. You know, you get the younger crowd, they getting older, they coming in. So, you know, it kind of became a headache instead of it just being fun and wanting to rock. So nowadays it's cool just focusing on being the artist. I don't got to worry about the door, paying the security, paying the DJ, or just not even the money aspect of it, just having to deal with it, period. I love just being able to go and just be an artist, get up there, rock out, make the crowd bob their head, you know what I mean, and pray they like me enough to have me come back. So, you know, that's what I be focused on nowadays. But I just love doing it.
So with that Dayton sound, man, that Dayton sound that you got going on right now, man, I see that you got some music and some movies right now, man. How is that going for you?
It's a blessing, man. That's all I can say. Like, a couple people here from Dayton, Jason DBKS, my boy Jason Hampton, and Dr. Ease, Daryl Easley. Daryl Easley, he has a movie called Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right. And, you know, he came to me, you know, gave me a small role in it. I was funny in the little small role he gave me. He said, man, you want to put one of your songs in here? So I'm like, yeah, for sure. So, you know, he getting that together now. Hopefully, I think that'll be out sometime this year. So I'm excited about that.
That's what's up, man.
And then he go put the song on the soundtrack. And the homie Jason, he got a movie out called Got My Hustle Up. That's on Tubi right now. And then he just came out with a cartoon series called Child Support. And I got a song on there, a single I got called Feeling Good.
Yeah,
So man,
okay.
that's I just got offered another movie role. I don't want to say too much about that one, but
That's
they
right.
came to me interested in, putting me in a movie. So it's a blessing, man. It'd be an honor just to know that they even thinking about putting me in something like that. It's surreal to me, so I just appreciate it for real.
So with your music moving around in movies, man, that's a good look, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? That. What do you got coming up, man, as far as you got any EPs or albums in the works right now?
Yes, sir. I got a single out right now called Grustleholic. I got a video coming to that. That's off my upcoming project called Grustle 3. I dropped 2 previous ones. With the Grustle 3, I'm gonna drop that on May 26th. That's actually my birthday. And I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them, but this one is a little more grown, more mature. I open up a little bit more about, this is my journey through life, period, not just the music. You know what I mean? Like what led me to do this, or making people who've been following me, making certain things make sense. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited about this one, man. I got another project coming out with my homeboy Jay Buck, artist out of Dayton, man. He rap, he sings, he make beats, he do everything. Dope cat. I got a project with him coming out. Called Hungry Never Greedy. / Grustle.
I like that. Okay.
You know what I mean? So we got that. Yeah, we got that coming. So I'm trying to set the summer. I'm about trying to make the summer hotter than what it already gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, for real, man, make it hot. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
so I just stay consistent, man.
Right.
I've dropped a lot of singles just this year by itself. I know the more you put out, the more you go get. You know what I'm saying? Like street slang is like, man, as long as you got dope, you got money. So I feel like I got all these songs. That's my dope. So I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna just keep putting it out there until whichever one catch on fire, it's gonna be what it is. But I try my best to make it all for them. You go keep something on repeat, or you go love the next one that's coming on. So that's what I try to stay on.
Man, that's what's up, man. You got any shows coming on soon up out there with you performing?
Yeah, this coming Friday, I'm gonna be at a spot called Zen Lounge, downtown Dayton. Spot down there, Lady Candy. I say the Lady Candy Bar, the female MC from Dayton. Candy Bar. She's super dope, man. She does open mics down there, and she has like headliners. So I'm gonna be down there this Friday. I'm speaking at a writers conference in Indianapolis, Indiana, April 22nd. Go over there and just give them the little knowledge that I do have, you know what I mean? Give my opinion on certain aspects of the game and probably, my writing process and stuff like that. So got that coming up. And my birthday party is like a big thing in the city. I got that coming up, and that's gonna be my album release party.
Okay.
Grustle 3 as well. So and I'm gonna drop my Grustleholic video, the premiere of that. I'm gonna do that at the club that I'm doing it at too. And it'll probably be up on YouTube, get a couple other websites to put that up on as well. But yeah, man, I'm just working, bro. Like, just staying busy. I hear a beat, I write something to it, I get in the booth, I get to it. I got, like I said, I got different projects, and I just stay busy, bro. Like I couldn't even. I'm probably forgetting some stuff that I'm doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just I stay Grustling, Grustleholic, man.
You got a lot going on. It seems like, man. So you got a lot of good stuff going on, man. So like, where are you looking for your situation to be, man? Like, what's your goals right now you got for your music?
I would love just a distribution deal. Like I want to get my numbers up to where they're like, okay, because I don't really want to sign that like a record deal. Like, give me a distribution deal, and that way I can control the music I put out, and then I can put out artists that I know got it. Like I was hearing what y'all was saying. Like a lot of people make the music in their kitchen, and then they ride around to it. They homeboys just, oh, that's good. No, like you got to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you got your paperwork right, because these major artists will steal your music. If they hear, you know what I mean? So you got to your paperwork right. You got to, put it online. Like, it's all type of distribution sites you can put your music on. Make sure your beats are original and stuff like that. So, that's what I be trying to focus on, far as like with my music and like everything that I got going on with my brand. Make sure all the paperwork right. make sure can't nobody take nothing, make sure, we trying to find more ways to get paid off, find different avenues of, on the financial side of it. But right now, just me getting heard, I just want to be heard. If I could, like I said, to get that distribution deal, I would definitely, that's my goal right now, to answer your question.
Yeah, because it seemed like right now, man, getting your music in the movies, man, it seems like right now you're getting your music around, you moving it around, and that's a good thing. And like one thing you led into, man, was like that momentum. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you're keeping that momentum, and as long as you're keeping that momentum and you getting more and more people around you supporting your music, man, and I would say, man, you looking like you pretty much on your way. Like when you got your
I appreciate that.
First got your songs, you know what I'm saying, in the movie, man, did it seem kind of easier to do that after that?
I'm still excited about it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that was
bro,
like a couple months back, but like for me, it's just like when he sent me the scene, I just looked at it like 10 times, like that's me for real. You know what I mean? So I'm like a kid in the candy store with all this. Like I'm excited for all of it. So it's just still surreal to me right now. Honestly, I can't wait for it to drop. I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because I kind of see like when I hear artists, talk, man, it's like I'm listening to you, and it's like, man, okay, man, you got a mission, man. You on a mission. You know what I'm saying? You got plans and you got goals that you want to hit, man. And I think that's so important because, as an artist, you have to see it for you first. Before you can get anybody else to believe in and to buy into what you're doing, you got to have it first, brother. And it's like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's probably,
I appreciate that.
Probably hundreds of people out there that's funking with you because, when you listen to Todd talk about your music, man, it's like you can tell what you're saying, like, okay, it's people that funk with this. So it always starts with the individual.
And salute to Todd, man. That's my dog, man. He been rocking with me forever, man. I rock
right.
with him. He a dope producer, man.
Yeah, man, he a good dude, man. Dope producer, good dude. Well-rounded, man. All the way around, like I say, man, when you know that dude, man, you don't really meet, people like that every day, man. Todd is a real, because he's consistently solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he don't switch up, man.
Definitely.
So he speaks very highly of you, bro. He speaks very highly of your music,
man. That's my brother, man. I appreciate
man. So we excited, man. We excited to we got some other platforms, man. We gonna be pushing you through too, man, because that's the biggest thing. Like I said,
that's dope.
Yeah, man.
Thank you,
we always we want to tap in. Like when we find good talent, man, in good situations, bro. Over here, man, at Westcoast Heavies, man, we really want to tap that in. So any way we can help, any way we can further get the word out, further promote, further push, whatnot, man, we could have conversations about that.
Yeah.
There's so much we can do, man.
Hey, man, and I extend that same out with brands too, bro. Because anybody rock with me, I rock back with them 100%, same reciprocation. So I got you. I appreciate that.
Man, for sure, man. We really appreciate that, bro. Because see, that's really what it's all about, man. And that's like one thing that I love. Again, I keep saying it, but that's why I love this internet, bro. Like I tell people, man, when people be complaining about making moves, you know what I'm saying? Like one of my promoter friends, he's older than he's older than us, but he's been doing this forever. And he always says, "Don't make plans, make moves," and that's real shit.
I know that's right. That's right. You just gotta do it.
Just do it, man.
Talk about it, a lot of people talk about it.
Just do it.
Like 10 years later, they still be talking about the same thing. Like you haven't done anything. You haven't took a step toward nothing. But that's why I be coming in there because that's just my heart to be like, look, bro. Stop talking about it. Like, let's get to it. Like, you take out yourself a Grustleholic and you not wrestling. Like, you got to get to it. With me, I'm real passionate about whatever I got my hand in, whatever I do. So it's like anybody around me, I'm a firm believer of birds of feathers flock together. So it's like everybody around me, we motivating each other every day. Hey, man, get up. I know you're tired. Like, I don't know how many times I leave the show and go to work. Get off work, go to the booth, go do an interview, record, man. But that's just like, that's what you got to do. You got to sacrifice when you're doing this. But that's just part of the game. But I love it.
Yeah, it's just part of the game. That's just part of the game, man. And like we over here at Westcoast Heavies, man, we trying to put something together, man. For a lot of our artists, man, a lot of our guests, man. We working on something in the mix. Definitely gonna keep you abreast of that, man, because I really, really want to tap in and further tap in. You know, I checked the single out. Now the video, that's Grustleholic 3. What's the name of the video again? What's the name?
I sent. I think the video was.
But what's the name of the single again? What's the single?
Oh, the single was Grustleholic. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the single. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that's the single. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna be pushing to promote this next album.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's one of the singles I'm pushing off of it.
Okay.
I got that, and then I got the video coming to that. I just dropped a single, like a strip club single called Drop. And I just shot a video to that. I believe that was last Tuesday. So that's gonna be coming here soon. But I'm about to just flood them with it, and when the time right, smack them with the whole project. And I normally say I hope they love it, but I think this time around I know y'all gonna love it. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
So I know we got the internet, right? Let me ask you about Dayton out there, the music scene out there. What's one of the best ways you guys are moving your music around out there in the city?
Outside of performing, I got like business cards or like my QR code on it, and I pass them out everywhere I go. Like, it's some people still like listen to CDs. I mean, you got a CD. Sometimes I got them, sometimes I don't, but I keep that card on me. I'm like, you can listen to this on whatever website you want to go to, whether it's YouTube, iTunes, Tidal. You scan that code, it takes you wherever my music is. You want to buy some music, it's on Amazon. So I keep them cards on me, and they keep you up to date with anything I got. Let's say I take you to every video, I take you to every single, every project, everything that I got. So I keep them on me.
You keep that on deck, man, and move that around with the crowd, man. We want to get that information too, man. We want to get that out, man. You got a website up?
I do not have a website up. I got one in the making. Now I am on social media. I'm on IG, on Instagram. I'm T.Hunt 937, and I have another one. It's Hunt Jaffe Jo, HUNT JAFFE Jo. And then my Facebook also is Hunt Jaffe Jo, HUNT JAFFE Jo. And I think Snapchat, I think it's like King Hunt 937. I'll be on Facebook a lot. I'm on Instagram. I'm getting on Instagram more, but I promote a lot on Facebook. I'm very heavy on Facebook. But
okay, on Facebook. Okay, you're gonna see something from me later on today. Then we're gonna talk it up.
Cool. Yeah, Hunt Jaffe Jo.
Yeah, you're gonna see something from me, man. I've been working on some technology, man, for about the last 3 years, man. So it's kind of like cutting edge, and I can talk about it now. It's really gonna change the music game, man. Once it catches on. We got to be careful, though, man. And this is what I told my business partner on that side. I said, man, we got to hurry up and really like cyber security lock this down, because the website, the information is so tight for artists, man. Like, you can see your information here, right? Like, I can take your information, bro, and for what a label's going to charge you, or an independent marketing company, we've created something it does more than United Masters does for the marketing. You know how Amuse works. So Amuse, if you ever heard of Amuse distribution, Amuse, you really got to like submit to them, right? So then if Amuse picks you up, it's like a lot of artists are considering it like one step closer to the labels. It's really not that really what it is. And it's not the knock Amuse, it's just keeping it real, because I've dealt with them, and they are my competitors now. I don't have a problem with saying that now. So you get a dedicated marketing person, but what everybody is forgetting in the industry, man, it's all about the fan base. So as Cheeky M comes back in, I want her to get back in. And Cheeky, you may need to just go completely reset everything, because it's probably just reset it. It's probably just a connection issue. Just reset and come all the way back in. But what I'm saying is, what artists fail to realize is, man, and what a lot of labels don't want artists to know, it's all about your fan base, bro. It's like the reason why you on my show is because I'm a heavy. I don't deal with anything that is chicken shit that ain't ready. I'm a straight cutter, man. If I don't like your music, if I don't hear nothing in it, I'm gonna tell you this ain't the show for you. I got other shows I can send you to, but this is on that one. yeah, this is a whole nother level. I only really funk with artists that I feel like is where I'm at, because I have to keep it real, bro. I've been doing this shit independently since I was fucking 22 years old. So like I tell niggas, holla at me when you survive. Nigga, I ain't starving. I'm eating. So it's like I've survived in this game, you know what I'm saying, 26 years, bro, independently. That's without saying the label that I left. Because I've been in and out of the label, but I haven't touched a microphone since 1994. So from a promoter to now an executive producer myself, I've survived in this game. So what I tell artists is bullshit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight shooter right down the middle. The technology that we got is so powerful, bro. Like last week, because we've just been dropping, we've been quiet about this shit for a long time, but we've just been dropping versions of it, right? Just dropping shit. We got hacked last week, bro. Like motherfuckers came in, took our whole website from us. We lost control of our own shit. Couldn't tap in. Couldn't see our users no more. We couldn't see none of that shit. Our dashboard was gone. Everything was gone. But see, I say that to say, bro,
out here.
It is though. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people, when you on the side of technology, like I'm on right now, you know, you see a lot of the back office grimy shit. But like what I'm connecting right now is, like I said, I got Cheeky in the South. I got my boy in Vegas. And see what he done brought to the table is all of the college radio stations. Bro, put it like this, man. Now I got Puerto Rico too. I'd have to think about what state I don't have radio in. Like literally, I have radio all over the country, to keep it real with you. And now we just got Europe, because my boy just got added to the European network. So what I'm trying to tell artists now is, man, there's shit that we could do where if you want to be independent, you can stay independent. I always tell artists, man, the biggest thing is about being able to get your music out, man. That's the biggest thing, is like, can you get your music out, and do you even know who your fan base is? If we can identify your fan base and get your music out, all you got to have is good music. See, it's really not a big ass puzzle, man, like people try to say it is today, you know. And some people say I make that shit sound so easy because I've been doing it for so long. I have to check myself, because that is true sometimes. But I've literally,
it's normal to you. Yeah, you don't know.
It's just normal. Like I literally just took an event, right, with no money, bro, no money, $0, no seed money, no nothing. But I literally just turned this motherfucker into, right now it's an $80,000 event. By the time 2 weeks come, the motherfucker probably gonna be $100,000 event. By the time we get to June, the motherfucker probably gonna be worth $130,000.
That's so you're a Grustleholic, man. So exactly. You what? Yeah, that's called Grustle.
What we talking about?
I love to hear that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's what we talking about.
That's called Grustling right there.
And all you have to do that, bro, is you just gotta have people of like-mindedness around. That's it. It's not even that difficult. It's just you gotta have people that say what they mean what they say, and do what the fuck they say they gonna do. You know, like I mean, that's that's the hardest part. If I had to say anything was hard, that's the hardest part. Coming up with a great idea. Okay, it's a solid ass idea. This is what we gonna do with it. But see, the reason why I be wanting young artists, unsigned artists, underground artists, you know, because you're doing it. You feel me? I try to show people outside of me, because a lot of people tell me I'm biased. People say you speak from a biased standpoint. You've done it. It's not that easy. But I bring people around and say, well, shit, I ain't just doing it. My man T.Hunt over here doing it. Way, you know what I'm saying, in Ohio, he doing it. Like, it's like-minded, bro. That's really what I love linking in. I love linking in the like-mindedness. You know what I'm saying? Because then I really believe, bro. I believe this shit. Like, I've done a lot of studying with my mentors. You're going to hear me every week. I talk about one of my mentors. Today, I'm talking about Jimmy Iovine. These are motherfuckers that I grew up around, that I watched work. I watched this shit. Like, I know how the fuck he started, you know what I'm saying, co-founded Interscope. It's like, I watched the motherfucker, he was not born with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you get yourself in a good situation, bro, when you are consistent at what you're doing, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna work out for you. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, it's gonna work for you if you're consistent. You just gotta put yourself in a situation that you know you got a product, bro. You got a product. You fucking with my nigga Big. You doing shit with him. He got real music.
Yeah, that's my brother, Big. Yeah. I didn't know you knew. Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh man, I had him on Empowering the People show like 2 years ago, man. Me and Todd had him on. Yeah, that's my other partner.
Yeah. We just had a show Friday, man. We just,
another good brother.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Hired my company. My company's finna do some promo work for him in LA, man, and get him buzzing out here. So for the bag.
You know what? As soon as you brought him up, I knew I said I was forgetting something. G.R.U.S.T.L.E, that's his. DNA Cigars his. And we just shot a commercial for it. We literally I'm gonna say we just shot a couple months ago, but we got a commercial for it for the G.R.U.S.T.L.E and the DNA Cigars, man. You know, we went and got Real Player, put the suits on, you know what I mean? So
y'all really did it, huh?
Oh yeah, man. It's cool, you know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely got that. So yeah, salute to my brother Big. I know I was forgetting something.
Nah, definitely. I wasn't gonna let you forget that, bro. That's my bro.
Oh yeah,
we got so much. We got more in common than you know, man. Cause I fuck with Todd, then I fuck with Big. I wanted to let you know that too. Big is one of my other boys, you know.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, Jay. And I had technical difficulties on my end, so I'm back now. I had a couple of questions I didn't get a chance to even ask you due to the technical difficulties. It was one of the.
Get back in. Go ahead.
Okay, so one of the questions I wanted to ask you about, I read your bio. I see that you was a boxer at one point in time. What made you leave boxing to go to do music? Also, I know you said about your mom and growing up and your dad and all of that, but what, that part of your life, the boxing part, I'm interested in that.
So the boxing, so I've always been in love with music. I always did it. So since I was about 5. I'm walking to the store one day from my house. 3 dudes tried to jump me. I put hands to them. Long story short, I put hands to him. Then some older cat come. He like, hey. So I done squared up him and then back up off me. He like, nah, man, you want to box? I'm like, box? I walk to the store. I'm coming back. He trying to talk to me again. Hey, man, where you live at? I'm like, bro, gone. I'm thinking he about to tell my mom and son just beat up these dudes. We get to the house. He like, I'm a boxing coach. My mama like, what you want my sons? He tell her what happened. So she like, we'll take him with you. So we go to Westwood, we start boxing. I ended up winning silver gloves, golden gloves, Junior Olympics. I was nice with it, you know what I mean? And I ended up getting into a car accident, man, and it messed me up. You know what I'm saying? It messed me up for a little bit. So I just, for real, just never went back to it. And just kept doing music. I still play sports, basketball, football, ran track, but
right.
Yeah, just music was just always a little happy. Boxing, still love to watch it. You know what I mean? I might hit the bag every now and then. Boxing would be to have the first place where they do for my first passion. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Okay, and I got one more question. What's the difference between silver gloves and golden gloves?
Golden gloves.
It's 2 different tournaments, 2 major ones,
okay.
The silver gloves.
That's semi-pro, isn't it?
Nah, I mean, it was just amateur boxing. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was young, it was just amateur boxing. But I think I won my first belt, my second fight. So I'm, back in the day, my name in the history books, Hunt. You know what I'm saying? So I cherish that too. But once I got in that car,
that's what's up.
Yeah, once I got in that car, me and my daddy got in the car. It was a wrap for the boxing for the time. Sometimes I wish I would went back into it, but I don't got no regrets.
That's what's no regrets on that. Definitely. I just want to, and I mean, basically, you already answered a lot of the questions that I wanted to ask. But I just wanted to get them 2 in there pertaining to the boxing, because I don't know if y'all did talk about that, because like I said, I had technical difficulties on my end. I didn't get a chance to hear some of your some of what you had to say, but I wanted to get that in there. If you didn't talk about the boxing part, wanted to throw that in there, let them know that you also did some boxing too. Not just a vet. You're a boxer. You know, an artist. You know, you got a lot going on. You know.
Yeah, we're trying to make it happen, man. You know,
Well-roundedness. That's right.
Yes.
Well-roundedness.
Well balanced.
Yes.
Trying to
Real
make
balance.
try to have as much income coming in as possible from as many different ways as possible.
And I'm with that. Definitely with that kind of. Gotta have multiple streams.
You got to nowadays, man. I remember when gas 99 cents, it's like $3.99 now. So you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely trying to stay on top of whatever I need to handle. That's all I be trying to do every day.
All right, that's what's up. But you know, I'm glad you was able to come on here, you know, and share some of your story about everything you had going on. You know, it's always, you know, a moment with me. You see how my moment end up? You see that, Jay? You see this?
Man,
it's always cheeky moments, boy.
We can't never tell what's going on with you on the other
right.
end.
It's just like they just want me off the show. Look, they just blame me.
You know
out.
what? You know, I'm not mad at you. I'm surprised mine stayed going. Because I was way over here. I was like, go over here. So, you know, I could do this interview, and then they got to messing up. I said, hold on, I had to run back, open up the door for me. Like, let me
That's what happened with me. I said, wait a minute. So you know what you know.
I hate Wi-Fi.
They expect it with me anyway because it's called cheeky moments with me, so they don't know what moment they get with me. Lord. You might find me in a while. You know, you never know.
Yeah,
an animal might come up with me. You know.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
it's
man.
all good.
Definitely, man. Man, I wanted to ask you a question, man, about about touring, man. You got anything on the horizon? You've been thinking about that, or what's going on that phase? It seems like you didn't accomplish everything in your city, man.
Man, I got a couple people. I got some people, short-living Ent, you know, the homie Jad down in Louisville, Kentucky. Homie Chucky work clothes. He over in Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, we've been having talks about. We had said something before. We went on tour with Young Bleed. We actually set up the tour. You know, what I mean, I didn't get a chance to hit every city with them, but they was over in Denver, California, and all that. So they was over there doing their thing. But we thinking about, you know, Louisville, or basically Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. You know, doing like a little Midwest type of tour. Go over to St. Louis. Got people up in Bronx, New York, homie Scrooge. Scrooge Owens up in the Bronx, man. You know, try to get a city up there. You know, just put something together where we can travel. It's convenient for everybody. We just go and showcase what we got going on, man. And we love touring. Like I love going everywhere I've ever been. I love the tour, and I go back to. I've never been to California, so I definitely got to get that way.
Oh yeah,
so you've been
man.
to Florida,
you know, it's gonna be popping, especially
I did come to Florida. In Jacksonville, and we was on a beach. Man, listen, when I say that was so extra dope, I was scared at first. I'm like, so we performing right here near the water? Okay, y'all sure? Like we're not gonna get electrocuted or nothing. All right, you know what I'm saying? We was on.
Well, we're gonna get you down here to do some other spots here, and you know, Jacksonville is okay, but you know, we got other areas that you know y'all can get down here. It's a lot. Just as well as like in L.A. over there with Jay. You try to get, trying to get, some sound and get a different market to hear your music. Because
please do. I travel.
Yeah, because being in Florida, Jacksonville got a different sound from Miami, from Tampa. You know, it's like these little, these cities down here. They all got their own way and their own sound and their own music. So it's like Jacksonville. I've dealt with Duval County. Dealt with some Jacksonville artists over there too. Shout out to Jacksonville, but there's some other areas that you might get into the market where they may like your music and, definitely get with Jay over there in Cali. I'm trying to get over there with you, Jay.
Y'all ain't trying to get out here, man. I'm telling you what's going on out here.
Yeah.
Man, California in a minute. Because me and Biz is trying to shut the doors down in Cali. You better come on. We trying to prevent. We trying to shut the doors down out here in Cali,
man. You got to, man. You got to. I'll be out there.
Trying to shut these doors down, man.
Shut
down out here. We got so many. We got so many venues and plugs and everything right now in LA, man. It's really like LA is so popping for me right now, man. I'm moving over to Vegas, bro. I got something going on in Vegas right now. It ain't finna be bigger than. It's hard to be bigger than Cali because we the #1 entertainment market, but I got something so big in Vegas though, where it's like I said, I got people from Europe flying in. You know what I'm saying, to this convention they got next year. Cause see, Vegas, what I love, and I'll give a little secret out. You just can't beat anybody and get a show in Vegas. Like Vegas is doing what LA should have did. See, LA should have shut down all these janky promoters that came to LA. Like in Vegas, you gotta have an address, you gotta have a license, you gotta have a business. It's hard to get venues in Vegas. It ain't easy like everybody think. I'm in the game. Only way I'm able to get Vegas venues is because I got Vegas people with Vegas businesses. So Vegas really has a control over their entertainment market. That's one thing California fucked up on 20 years ago. We don't have no control over our entertainment market. Vegas, everybody just can't come do a show. So when the Super Bowl go to Vegas, which I think is Vegas this year, then it's Phoenix. So when the Super Bowl go to Vegas, we got shows already planned in Vegas, man. So the reason why I tell artists, man, if you're going to hire Westcoast Heavies, if you're going to hire the podcast, you need to hire us now because we got so much shit coming up at the end of 2023, 2024 in Vegas. It's going to be hard to get in LA, man, because the stuff that they doing out there, like what my people are doing in Vegas, I was on the phone last week and I was like, damn. I was just like, well, I can't fuck with that right now. I got this BET shit. But they got something so big in August going on, which is a good thing because Vegas has been overlooked for so long. But Vegas got a lot of entertainment capital. A lot of people spend money in Vegas. And that's what I look at. See, me as a producer, I only really care about one thing, and that's where they spending the money at. You know, where can I sell tickets? Where can I sell merchandise? Where can I sell experiences? You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't just do music, man. I mean, I got comedy. Some would say my comedy is bigger than my music. And my comedy does do better than most of my music because the reason I'm so burnt out with rappers out here is my insurance be higher because niggas is getting shot damn near every day. So when I say a rap show, my insurance goes through the mother effing roof. You know, I just had to sign an insurance contract the other day and I'm like, man, I really don't want to do this hip hop shit no more. It's like I go do a comedy show. It's nothing. It's just count your money and it's no headache. I produce a hip hop show. It's like I gotta know I'm serious, bro. It's crazy because I like.
So you felt me when I said that earlier. When I said, man, it's like the money be cool. It'd be cool networking and meeting people, but it's like at the end of the day, it'd be that little shit you be like, I don't feel like dealing with this. Shit.
Headaches, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel you, bro. So yeah, you definitely felt me when I said that earlier.
Yeah,
I understand.
I mean, man. I do little shows because now me and it's 3 business partners. It was 5, but only strong. You know, you've been in the military, bro, so you know only the strong survive. So see, this is what I tell Big. It was 5 of us, 2 fell off. I would love to add 2 more brothers to it, you know, because we own our own little venue out here, me and my partners. So outside of that, my whole goal is now as a producer, bro, I don't touch a show unless it comes with like a $50,000 plus budget. I just don't touch them no more because my bond alone, you know, and I always tell people I can always be challenged because I like challenges. Somebody in LA as a producer right now, I got the kind of insurance that Live Nation got. Like I got a serious bond. Like you only need like 3.5 million to do most spots in LA. I got a $5 million bond. I don't know many black producers that got a $5 million bond. Like I could go do the crypto.com. I could do the biggest venues in LA. I could do the Forum because my security company got a $5 million bond. I got armed and I got unarmed guards. But see, the sad fact is I shouldn't need that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Part, bro.
That's the sad part. We're talking about a place to have fun. We talking about concerts.
Yeah. We're supposed to be broke, come have fun, go home. But
gotta be safe.
You know, but safety is the most important thing.
Most
for me
important, because you don't want nobody coming
I pay for. Like, I just paid my security. I paid my security before I paid myself. I paid myself last anyway. But
I pay everybody.
I take care of my security before I take care of anything because the last thing I want is to be the producer of a show and a nigga get stabbed to death or get shot to death because then your career is over.
No.
If it ain't over with, you gotta have deep ass pockets for it
Yeah.
not to be over with. But
Yeah.
my
Overstood.
situation, my
I feel
career
that.
would be over with. If somebody died at
Yeah.
one of my events, man, kisses to the heaven. I've never even had, nothing that my name has ever been on. I've never even had a fight at nothing I've ever done. I've been fortunate.
Me
Yeah, I
neither.
feel
I
you.
don't take that being in
Hey,
LA
that's dope.
after
That's dope.
26 years, over 300 some. I don't take that lightly though. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't take
Yeah,
that lightly. That's why nowadays, after all of this stuff, man, because I once upon a time in LA or whatever that show was, Biz Squatty, remember, I forgot. But when this artist out here, Drakeo, got stabbed, I was supposed to be one of the producers of that show. And
Oh,
to this
okay.
day, that's one thing I'm glad my lawyer said no to. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because everybody involved in that show is getting sued. That family going after everybody.
Yeah.
So of course the rich man at the top, the big production company, they got multi-millions of dollars, so they can absorb that blunt. Us
Right.
small production companies, bro, we can't absorb no loss like that, man. So that's the reason why for me, I'd rather link up with artists like yourself who's doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every artist we have, we've had what, Cheeky? Now I think we've had 5 artists on here, 4 or 5 artists on here.
Right. But
They
you know
all-
what?
they're
We
all from
have
different states. We could do a
Yeah.
tour all over the place now. See,
we have
a
about
lot
5.
of people don't
But all of them
understand
are
that.
entrepreneurs though too. The thing about it that I
All of
loved
them.
about the artists we had on there, they wasn't just artists.
Nah.
They were entrepreneur, they were businessmen, business
real.
women,
They
they
first.
had other
They
things.
raised-
So
yeah, that's right.
Definitely safety
yeah,
first.
definitely. And that's the whole thing about it. People who actually, we had people here that actually work hard and they care about their craft and they're dedicated
Yeah,
to what they're doing. And that's what I love the most. That, that means a lot to me. So like, and all of them are ready to go on tour. That's like the plus, they all, because they're already working. They, a lot of them just
Yes, man.
put a tour together and we got enough cities where we can do it, Jay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
all
we have
about
enough,
the
man. I mean, we've been.
That's not like I was introduced. Jay Adams, were you calling me, huh?
Yes.
Hey.
I said the magic word that Biz loves, tour.
Hey, Biz.
That's like throwing a bone to a Rottweiler. You say tour and Biz is like, here
He's
is
like,
like,
hello.
somebody say money? Money?
Am I summoned?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, for real. I was about to, hey, I was just hitting you in the chat like right now, bro. Is you alive? I'm talking about that
Are you
right
there?
now.
Are you there?
Where's you at?
Hey, T.Hunt, I want to say that I've been like just kind of looking at some things, checking out some music, and I honestly thought you were a lot younger. You know what I mean? You come off a lot fucking younger than I was looking at your IG and shit, and I'm like, God damn. For a motherfucker that went through the service, Air Force, you know what I mean? Still making out with all his limbs, you know what I mean?
Man, it's a blessing, brother. It's a blessing.
Real.
Definitely a
It's
blessing.
definitely a blessing.
Yeah. So
I
if you can
appreciate
make it that shit, this industry is just nothing, because it's just all it is a mental aspect of something that
Real.
you know what I mean, it's just mental, right? It's just really mental.
Yeah.
So I salute
Yeah.
to you putting your life on the line
Right. Hold on.
at times when I didn't, want to put my life on the line for me, because you fighting for our country, so that's a lot, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I can't knock against that, because I got full of family members. Now I want to tell you, when it comes to this touring world, Jay Adams said it right on point. I ain't gonna lie, Jay Adams nailed it. I ain't never heard this nigga Jay Adams say something so much perfect. Like, Jay Adams, boy, start the Bible now, nigga. Check this out.
Hey, bro.
Check this out.
Bro, we creating something.
If you can not, I heard something that was really, I saw something that was really great, Jay. It was when this guy was talking to this young kid about real estate. This is going to go parallel into what you were talking about. If we build with each other and do these tours, we know everybody in 7 different states, 20 different states, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So just like this kid, just like this guy was telling this little white kid, now they'll do it for their wife, you know what I mean? For their, you know what I mean? And like I ain't trying to make this a color thing, but you know what I mean? They'll do it for anyway. So if us as people, like Jay Adams said, if we could have got together and build with each other, we'd be able to do a lot more. This white guy told this white kid, say, hey, if 3 of your buddies got together and bought a house, and the equity in that house, you guys took out, you guys split that equity 3 ways or 4 ways, however many. Now you guys have enough to go do what you want to do and still have more money coming into the house and have a house. I'm like, Now imagine if we all just did what Jay Adams said, the same fucking thing.
Same thing, bro.
If we all said, you know what, we're all going to go in together, we're going to put a tour together, right? How much is going to cost for this tour? This tour costs this much. But the equity out of this tour is going to be this. Well, if we all go in, we all receive equity. We all can sell the house. Now we can sell the tour to a higher entity and be able to receive more money. It's called intellectual property. Nick Cannon lost this. Nick Cannon didn't understand that. He lost it. He didn't understand intellectual. Well, he probably did, but he probably wasn't thinking that things were going to turn out the way they did. He probably thought he had somebody real cool. One of the white boys was real cool, right? They was coming over. They was all fucking bitches together until Nick Cannon said that weird shit. You know what I mean, T.Hunt? He said that weird shit.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Y'all dropping damn niggas over here. I'm just listening. Y'all dropping big jewelries on here. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y'all tell no lies.
I'm just, hey, Westcoast Heavy. You know what I mean? And Jay Adams was saying it perfect. If we all got with each other, T.Hunt, you're located in what state? I'm not going to say.
I'm Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, let's just say Ohio, right?
Yeah.
I performed in Toledo. You know what I mean? And there's a couple other spots, but anyway, let's just say Ohio. I'm in LA. Cheeky, where you at, Cheeky?
Florida.
Cheeky's in Florida. All right. Okay. I got another friend in Atlanta. We got another friends over in Oregon. We got another. You get what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a spot, right? I'm finna throw y'all some numbers. Everybody know a spot, right? Everybody know a spot in their city or their town that they can go to that allow them to come and perform. If you don't know a spot in your town, in your city, that where you can go to and at least perform or at least talk to somebody that can get you a performance there, then we should be having a conversation. You may need to work a little more. You get what I mean? Maybe this is not a conversation for you. Maybe you know what I mean? You're in the wrong class right now. We got a class for to get to this point, but right now we talk about past the beginning stage in a way, right?
Yes, sir.
And I say, yo, I'm coming out there with my band. Yo, T.Hunt, I'm gonna come out there with my band. I got a 35-minute show. This is the, you know what I mean, X amount of dollars I would be expecting. But let's see if it turns out. Let's see if we could put together a big show. See how we can make this work. Maybe we could combine the shows. That way we can combine more people to come. You get what I mean? Like there's ways to make this work. I was telling Jay Adams about what I'm about to do to LA. I'm about to fuck LA up. Like, it's about to be a wrap. No, and a lot of it because I've been here since I've been touring and doing a lot of shows in LA since I was 12. So a lot of the promoters, a lot of the, you know what I mean? I'm talking about Hollywood. So I ain't talking about no, you know what I mean? No, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm going to the neighborhood. We're going to do this show at this little spot. Like, nah, fuck all that. No, I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Viper Room, Whiskey A Go-Go, the Roxy, you know, the college, the motherfucking observatory. I was telling him, we was talking about the observatory today.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, our people, we have to stop accepting little and start expecting much. Because we expect little from other people, but we expect much from us. You get what I mean? Motherfuckers up in bands. I mean, you know.
Don't settle. Don't settle. You know what I mean? Know your worth and do that. You know what I mean? And still be able to negotiate and make sure it work out for everybody. You know what I mean? Because greedy is not a part of the game for me. It's a part of the game. That's not how I get that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like
No, you right.
it's 4 of us on here. Yeah, you know, it's 4 of us on here, and we splitting that money 4 ways, and we gonna make it do what it do to make sure that whatever we splitting, we like, oh yeah, that was very substantial. Like we gotta do this again, like you know what I mean. So you know that's what I be on, bro. So I feel y'all on that. And we got venues in here today. You know what I mean? Like I said, the venue I remember my birthday party at the Arena. You know,
No,
it might fit.
Hey, T.Hunt, think about this. Let's say T.Hunt, you was like, yo, Biz, look, hey Biz, I got a G-ball, right? Yo, Biz, I got a G-ball. I got the show coming up in the next, 3 months or whatever. Now you already know that you got 100 people coming at X amount of dollars, or 200 coming at X amount of dollars. So you go double the money. It's literally it's literally a business. It's literally an investment. You know you gonna make your money back.
Sure,
but no peoples haven't seen a band live from Cali here. So it's the, you know what I mean? It's the political power. So you able to now upsell your tickets because you literally have a. Oh, hold on, my bad. Hold on, y'all. My bad. The audio went bad on Cheeky, but you literally now have a band. Good stuff on this podcast. Beat Punisher. Thank you, man. Thank you. You definitely have a band that would now come out to your event and perform live from Cali. You know what I mean? And you now being able to, now you may have people in your city like, oh, bro, you could have hired us or you could have hired us, whatever. Because it happens. You could have hired cats in your own city, but you're looking at the building part, right? I will hire you, bro. Right now, we just have a sold out show with 200 people showed up at $25 or X amount of dollars. You get what I mean?
Yeah, McDonald's, that makes sense. Yeah, it gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
and when you're dealing with the right people, you want to do it again. So you know what I mean? So y'all definitely
do it. But hey, maybe next time, T.Hunt, you will hire the local artists. You know what I mean? In your city, you just had to get them to see this one. It just took this for them to be like, oh shit.
Yeah, it always takes something. It always takes something to open up their eyes. Like you gotta do it somewhere else for them to be like, oh damn, it did work. So then when you come back, hey bro, what you need me to do? Like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and I try not to hold no grudge. I try not to hold no grudge. Like, I came to you last time, you was acting like you want to rock with me. But, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool, though. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it moving. And to take over one venue, keep taking that one over, find another one, take that one over. And I promote drama-free and jumping. Every show I've ever thrown, and I promote the whole throwing a lot of shows. I promote drama-free and jumping. We're not going for none of that. You know what I mean? See, I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm from that era. You know, I got an uncle named Percy. I know y'all know Percy.
Okay. You got an uncle named Percy.
I got an uncle.
We don't want to talk about Cheeky. We don't want to talk about no ages and what
but it's the thing though. I got an uncle named Percy. He said, "Don't start no, won't be no."
I'm from that. Yeah, I know. I'm that era too. Might not look like it, but.
Nah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you got
definitely. So you know,
he got a couple bodies. Yeah, I mean, Uncle Percy don't play.
Uncle Percy, you know what I mean?
Uncle Percy,
oh, Master P, he told us, man, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. So you know that for drama free and jumping, we promote that, and the shows be successful. People come there, have fun, get drunk, go home, be grown. So man, I always tell people, I hope y'all drunk enough, y'all leave here, go get y'all some bullshit. You know what I mean? We be on that.
So I want to ask you a question too, because I know you do. You know, you were talking about the tours, and I mean, you're talking about doing shows, and this is to correlate with the touring, right? This is to go back to touring, right? Okay. And I know J. Adams, was talking about how he would like to see, or what are you doing as far as touring, and how are you guys getting? And you have something on your bio that I wanted to ask you of a few celebrities that you opened up for. Okay. Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Let me not do them like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get it right. Okay, I got here. On stage with Wiz Khalifa, Lil Flip, Shawty Lo.
Bless his soul, yeah.
Oh.
For him. Yeah.
What was? Can you just spill a little bit? What was the experience with Shawty Lo? Rest in paradise.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk to him too much, but he wasn't he wasn't one of them dudes like y'all stay over there away from me. He was super cool. You know what I'm saying? We don't smoke a little bit. You know, I don't know if he was actually smoking, but his people was super cool.
Right.
They had their bottles, they smoking, and we just sitting there chopping it up, laughing, joking. And it was cool to just sit there for a few minutes, just chop it up with him. But I didn't really get a chance to like kick it with him, but he was super cool for the time I was around.
What was the environment like? What was it like? Was it a good setting? Was it a good vibe, or was it like, kind of hostile a little bit? But he was cool and his camp was cool. But
nah, it was a super cool set, man.
Wow.
We was up in Columbus, man. I forget the name of the club, but it was a big club. It had to be a good. It's probably about 400-500 people in there. You know what I mean? So it was a cool turnout.
Where was this at? In Atlanta? In the South?
In Columbus, actually, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh wow! I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking Columbia.
It was cool, man. Like I said, they showed up. They showed out. Everybody supported everybody. I mean, the ladies were looking good. You feel me? The dudes wasn't tripping. It was a beautiful situation. Yeah,
right.
So, it was cool, man. And I was up there hyped. You know what I mean? I had like 6 minutes, but I tried to show out. And I definitely left my mark up there. He left his mark up there too.
That's right.
Classes. You know what I mean? Those catalog. You know what I mean? So he did his thing, man. That was dope to us. He just opened up for him for real.
Also, a couple more people I want to ask you about. Now I'm a big fan of Gorilla Zoe. I like Gorilla Zoe. I don't think he get a lot of love, but I like Gorilla Zoe.
And man, I rock with Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah, what was that? What was that experience like?
He was cool too. He was cool. Like he got to. That's when I opened up for him too. He got there kind of late. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of in and out for real. But he did. You know what I'm saying? When I got off stage, hey man, he was hot. You know what I mean? He did his thing. He did his thing after he got up through. I don't really know what was going on with him and that particular promoter at the time. But so I ran into him. He did get to see me perform. You know what I'm saying? You was dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That was cool. Like I didn't really chance to chop it up for him like that. It was kind of just in and out like a rivalry for real. But it was dope though. It was dope.
That's dope. That's real dope.
Right,
that's
dope.
Dope. What about Wiz Khalifa? One more. Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. He got there. He got there. He did his thing. Big smoke. It was big smoke. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, if you smoked, you was straight. You know what I'm saying?
Do you smoke? Do you smoke, man?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
2023. We definitely smoke. We sit on Jesus' roof. We definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was cool, man. Just back there smoking. Went out there and it wasn't Chicago, like a suburb of Chicago, and it was kind of like I don't know. It was like you go in there, you think you're in like a farm area or something, man. But then you get back to the thing, you're like, damn, this is where we performing at, and it was cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's fast.
Smoking and just got on stage, did our thing, man. It'd be dope when the artists just tell you like, hey, bro, you hot, like, you know. So that's always dope, man. It'd be cool to hear that from them, especially somebody on that level.
So you got a couple people that I'm influenced by, but my music don't sound like them. But I'm influenced by. You got Bone Thugs-n-Harmony.
Oh yeah, that's Ohio. You already know.
You know what I mean? Cleveland rocks. Hey, Cleveland rocks. Rocks. Hey, y'all know the city that we come from. Tupac.
Yes, the GOAT. Tupac is the GOAT. That's my all-time favorite.
So, and I'm a big fan. I'm gonna go back to Bone. I'm a big fan of Bone because not because of where they're from, right? But because of the melodicness, the style, the rapping, the fast-paced thing. You know what I mean? The fast-paced running. I think a lot of people really underestimated them in the beginning until they, of course, got a Grammy. But I remember when they would come down and sign autographs at the record store. They were literally that's when fans can actually go to the record shop when they would release an album or record or tour. They can go meet the artist. And I used to literally have like autographs on my wall of Bone, Badass, Tina Turner. I mean, I don't know why, but Tina Turner, you know what I mean? We see her a lot.
Yeah, love me some Tina Turner. Don't leave that out.
It was easy.
Love me some Tina Turner.
You know what I mean? But there was a lot of artists that we would see, but Bone Thugs and Harmony was the one that like literally, and I'll never forget, Crazy Bone was the guy. Crazy Bone took he was like, man, give me your paper, I'll take it here, come here. And that started me like, I was like, what? Hell yeah. So and then I got my whole family stuck on Bone. Now this is when Bone was kind of like coming up in LA, you get what I mean? But they wasn't killing LA. They wasn't like taking over, but they were coming up. And so when they blew up, I was like, yeah, it was about time. Like they was already big, right? Yeah. But me and my
Bone, I heard them on a mixtape, like, but before they even came out, my mama had bought on like a cassette tape, and I'm going through it, and I think it was I forget what song was on there, but I'm like, what the hell did they just say? They was rapping so fast, but now I got to listen. I'm like, oh man, these dudes is dope. Then like a year later, I think I heard like, was it a Thuggish Ruggish Bone? Yeah. And then I'm like, I think that's them dudes. Then they came out that next year, were like first of the month. It was over with. I said, yeah, my dudes right there. All 4, 5 of them, and they all, even though they rap fast, they all was different in their melody. I used to love that, man. I used to love that. So yeah, I rock the Bone.
Dope, they kind of changed the game too, man.
They did
for the game, man, because they brought another element that we had KJ Fad back in the days rapping fast, but I ain't never heard nobody fast and the melody they had. They changed the game.
That originality, originality.
Hey, Jay Adams,
and they still relevant. They still
you're right.
Because I'm trying to go with them right now. They still relevant. What's up, bro?
Hey, what do you think about the whole beef between Twista and Bone? Right, and I know they squashed it now, but you know they had some tension there. There was some big tension there between
Twista. I mean, I get it, right? But see, to me, they don't even do the same thing, really, though, bro. Twista's just known as the speedster rapper, right? Like, you can't knock Bone for their melodies, though, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I could never get with that. You can't knock that.
Well, you got Ohio native here, and I think this is real good to talk about because I haven't spoken to someone that's from the soil in Ohio and really kind of see what their thoughts on it. You know, us as West Coast cats, you know what I mean? We're kind of looking at it as like, well, Bone is family, right? Bone is family. They over here. They with the Don. You know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like when, because I like doing that, and I still like them. You know, something like that. And it was like, y'all beef with Bone. Like, man, I can't. I was still like, you know, listen to him, but it's kind of like with Pac and Biggie. I was Pac, Biggie was hot, but it's like when he said, "Hey, fuck Biggie, fuck Jay-Z," he was like, I will fuck y'all then. You know what I'm saying? But the music, me being a fan, you know what I'm saying? But it was like me being a fan of the music, me being an artist.
Like, go back. Don't try to run faster.
Yeah. Oh, no. We gonna run past it. When Pac said fuck them, it was fuck them. When Bone was like fuck do it, I was kind of like, all right, well, fuck them then. But I like their music. So when they did come back together, I was like, it wasn't like, I forget what it was called. Was it? It wasn't Lyrical Summer or Midwest Summer or whatever the song they had with Lazy Bone and all them. I said, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, for me, it was like both of y'all dope. Y'all should come together and just do some music. But the music, the diss songs that they had and all that, it was on. It was on. When they came out on, I think Bone had the Mo Thug. They had a diss song on there. Crazy Bone was just going stupid. You know what I mean? I was like, boy, I'm like, I don't know what Do or Die gonna do about that, but I think Do or Die had the one. Now Do or Die had one called Straight Ballin' or something like that. And as I kept listening to it, I said, "Oh, they talking about Bone." I didn't like that. That pissed me off. as a youngin', I'm older now. You can talk about my boy. So at that time, it was like, yeah, we definitely ride with Bone. But you know, so I still listen to both of their music today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they ended up coming together, squashing all that, because we could have had another Pac and Biggie type situation. I think they had like, I don't know if they had real beef, but I think it could have been on site back then. You know what I mean? Because I don't think them Do or Die Cats was playing either. But Like I said, I'm glad they settled out that everything. You know,
That's
where it
good,
needed to be
man.
for real.
That's real good. Because I always wanted to hear from a native from Ohio what they felt
Oh
about that.
yeah, I was riding with Bone, man. We were, me personally, I was riding with Bone all the way. It was going, but that's actually like both
They
of them
said
niggas.
that
So.
too. Hold on. They had said that too. They was like, look, people, if y'all look at back home, it ain't going down like that. Like the city is with us. The state is like, we got the fam behind us. You know what I mean? And niggas used to like, okay. But niggas in LA, niggas in LA was like, yeah, them niggas got it. You see them niggas? They the niggas Bone, Bone ain't no fucking Section 8 babies.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Them some real dudes, yeah. Like you know, even Cleveland love them. Like you know, they legends, man. You know, they legends to the world now, but they've been legends to me. You know, so I rock with Bone. So.
There's a difference because I know they claim St. Clair a lot, but like there's a difference between how the city feels between Bone. Like Cleveland feels a little different than, you know what I mean, than the other spots or whatever. Was there like a difference where certain cities weren't respecting or accepting Bone like that in the beginning?
Not that I can recall. I know as far as Dayton go, we was riding with Bone. I'm talking about the Faces of Death one, for the second one, Creeping on the Come Up. Then you had East 1999, the Art of War. We was on all that. You know what I mean? The solo albums. I think Crazy had a couple of them. Busy had a couple of them. We was on. Yeah, definitely was riding with Bone and knew the real words. It wasn't no how much somebody my uncle tried. Now we for real knew the words. Don't ask me now. Because I got older. You know what I'm saying?
Back then, no.
I got too many of my own words in my head, but yeah, we knew the real words. You know what I mean? We was definitely Bone was definitely dudes.
So can I tell you, me and my cousins were in our rooms learning Bone records verbatimly for lyric after lyric after lyric.
Man, that's crazy.
We was West Coast little niggas in a room banging that shit. But you gotta understand, we thought these niggas from LA because they was presented LA. You get what I mean? Like how they were presented LA. The way Easy presented as like there was some LA niggas. So when we saw them, all they posters, everything they looked like was just like some LA niggas. No lie.
Right.
So we easily associated them with LA until, of course, they like Bone had no problem of telling niggas like, nah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we from Ohio.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, Ohio, you know what I mean? Cleveland's where we represent, blah. Like they had no problem of saying it, but it was like cats didn't see in LA. It's like cats didn't see Ohio. They saw LA. Like nigga, you look like us. Like you a LA nigga, hey, bro. You know what I mean? And I can understand how that beef turned out and how that beef kind of made the city, you know, not want to associate themselves with the East Coast and things like that because of that whole beef and shit with Pac, or the whole issue with, you know, Bones adversaries. You know what I mean, between Twista and things like that. Like people don't know, like people lost lives behind these beefs. You know, people lost money, people lost friendship, people lost friends, people lost man, like
lives, money, all that, man.
Real shit.
That's why I said I'm glad Bone and them, I'm glad Bone and Do It That came together. Because when I say, man, like I'm one of the people that cried with you like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hurt. I went Pac that. I was like, no, I'm like, he got shot. He gonna make it. I'm one of the people, sometimes I say, nah, he over there in Hawaii or in Cuba or something with the Chiquita Banana Woman. He chilling here and there for real. Yeah, I'm still one of them, you know what I mean? Yeah, hey. And then Biggie right behind it. I was like, damn, boy. And, you know, just the way cats started moving, like, you know, Snoop ended up getting with P. You know what I mean? I think that was like his safe route right there. And then, like I said, you had Bone and Do It Die. It was just like, all right, you know, these niggas is really rapping what they talking about and they really living there. So, you know, when they got to going where they was going with it, it was just like, I'm glad y'all came together at the end of the day. But yeah, we was definitely rapping with Bone for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm Tupac out. I love Biggie too. I definitely love Biggie, but Pac is my God.
So I see that you have a lot of like West Coast and East Coast, West Coast and down South influence.
I got influences from everywhere for sure. I mean, you know, if I was to name all my influences, it'd be a page by itself. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying? Like
according to the bio,
the
according to
bio,
your
yes sir.
bio,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Southern artists. Well, I saw one East Coast artist, the L.O.X, but like
Yeah,
majority
L.O.X
of
and DMX. Mm-hmm.
right. But the majority of them are like South, OutKast and different. So you have a very big variety of music. Are you picking producers like that? Do you pick music producers? Which is a huge question. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm a musician myself. But do
Yeah,
you
I
pick musicians?
got different producers. I got a producer in Tennessee who named Wee Wee. I'm saying Wee Wee on the track, man. He dope. He can make a West Coast beat. Like I got different producers who have no sibling. Like they got what they specialize in. They can make you this, they can make you that. But I probably got about off the top of my head, I probably got about 4 or 5 producers. Ty being
Okay.
one of them. I just dropped on with Ty. We were 1-5. We got one out keeping mad. But
Okay.
I got a lot of good relationships, good rapport with a lot of producers, man. So it's like they hit me up, and I got this beat. It say Hunt on it. They got your name wrote all over it. When they call me and do that, they just light a fire up on it, and then I tear that motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? I get on there and I do my thing with it. And so I definitely got different producers. I got for the ladies, I got it for the club, I got it for the West Coast, I got it for the East. I've traveled around the world and seen different things. Like I'm not just in my city. I'm not just in this one bubble. So it's like I know what they like to listen to over there, or I might feel like they might like this over here. So I make music for every coast, every region, every state. If you can relate to it, you go, I try to make you want to rewind.
Right. So and the reason why I asked that because Jay Adams has spoke of this once before.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him spoke of this how that it's good to kind of grow a sound, right? And which I think is good because as artists we like to kind of like let ourselves be, okay. The question I wanted to ask was, do you work with multiple producers? Before I say what I'm gonna say, do you work with multiple producers because of the relationship you have with them? Or is it like, what I mean? Like, the reason why I say relationship is because, like, well, I've been knowing him for this long. I guess on my other boy, I'm gonna support him too. So I'm gonna work on his beat as my other cat. So I'm gonna support him. Or is it like, I like this beat, I think it matches my brand, I'm gonna rock with this?
It's more of that. I mean, back in the day, it might be, that's my dog. I'm gonna rock with him, get the beat from him. But now it's more of the potential I can hear from the beat. Like if a beat come on, I might not have the words just yet, but my brain get to work and I'm like, all right, this one of them beats right there. It could be for one thing. I got 4 producers. Producer 1 might have the one I need for the ladies. Producer 3 might have the one I need for the club. You know what I mean? It just depends on what kind of beat I'm looking for the song, or how the beat make me right. But yeah, I definitely I keep multiple producers just for fresh thoughts, basically. You know what I mean? Like the different sounds make you do, make you think of different things, make you trigger different ideas. So yeah, that's why I like having multiple producers for sure.
Okay, so so that's dope. That's really dope. So, and this is nothing towards how you run your business and brand. Nothing towards that. But what I like to kind of tell artists and other people, just a perspective. Nothing that they can. It's not changing them, and don't change anything about your shit. Just a perspective of finding a guy or a person who knows. You know what? Fuck that. Ice Spice said it better. She said, I have one producer because I can train my own sound, but I can find like, I want a more R&B sound, but with my type of brand, or I want a more club sound, but with my brand, right? And so this producer cat that she ended up working with, they ended up working and did a lot of work together. Now she was like, you're not going to be able to find my beat online because it's signature towards me, right? And but I think that's a good thing because now you have a producer that you could take anywhere with you and work with anybody and still have your brand and sound. Like he always knows your brand and sound. So the question I'm getting to is like, do you have one guy that like knows like your sound, that y'all did a record, the people responded to very well? It's like every time we do a record, the people gonna love it. Like me and my boy Rick. no, I don't give a fuck if hell, hot, and water. Me and this guy, he sent me a record today. Me and this guy does a record. Now I produce, and I have another producer named Dot, right? But those are the only cats, right? But every time me and Rick do a record,
right,
it's like we eat America. Everybody fucking loves it. They go crazy. But it's something about how we work and how we produce records together is the reason why we can continue to have that flow. And my whole thing was, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Right,
you know,
right.
but we'll get with other producers, you get what I mean, and create records. But it still has that brand and sound. You get what I mean? And I remember when Jay Adams had kind of spoke on this, he didn't speak on it in depth, but he had mentioned it, and I was like, damn, he hit it. I think it was 2 podcasts ago. But I'm like, damn, he nailed it. Because that's what Ice Spice was like. Like, you're not going to be able to get my beat from any other place on earth. Because,
that part.
You know what I mean? It's specifically.
Well, see, like I know with me, I trust all my producers. You know what I mean? Like, I've had some producers that I've worked with in the past where I might go to a show and the song that like the beat come on, I'm like, oh, they playing my. Hold on, who was that on my beat? Then you got to go see the producer. That's not a good situation. You know what I'm saying? So,
for real.
Far as, like I got producers. Like I said, I got my guy in Tennessee. I've never met this dude, never seen this dude day in my life. But I know for a fact he sent me them beats. He see that I'm working. I'm not just buying them and, like I said, recording in my kitchen and then just riding around on Highway 75. I'm also like, y'all think this? He see it online. I got him, you know, so I got him. I got his percentages on there like it needs to be for the split sheet and all that. So he know when he send me a beat, Hunt go work on 1.5. When he send me a beat, he got it in mind for me. So what I do as far as like having the multiple producers, I'm able to just zone out, get in whatever zone I need to be in for that beat. So I, like I said, 1.5, we, and then my dude here, his name J Buck from ENT. He I'm with him more than I probably am the rest of them. So like he'll come up with something, he just know what it is. Like, all right, I know you about to kill this. So then we just do that, and then we just make magic. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of producers who I think they know I don't have no ceiling. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just I could be turned, I can be laid back, I can be whatever I need to be, I could be the ladies' man, I could be, you feel we can get on that one topic if they need to do it. But I don't have no ceiling, like I'm very versatile. So it's like I got different producers just for different, like I said, just for fresh thoughts and different ideas for real.
This is good. This is good. You know why it's good? Because that lets me know that artists has to identify what's their brand. Because what I'm seeing is you're showing me that your brand is built off of T.Hunt, not the sound or the you know what I mean? I'll work with many different sounds. It's built off of T.Hunt. You get what I'm saying? That's what it seems like, right? And like for me, it's the difference, right? I built off of the music aspect and the lyrics, so it's more of a sound in a way with the, you know what I mean, with the brand that matches.
I feel you on that too, building up, you know, like building it from scratch and then trying to be. I feel like I do that too.
No. Not so much a build it from scratch, but more so like it's the sound. Like I like every record that I do has to have a certain sound, right? But that sound matches every record, right? And whether it's my voice, you know what I mean, the way my voice sounds, or whether it's the production, it's always good. You're always gonna know, like, okay, that's Dirty Arvin, or that sound like a Dirty Arvin record. Like that is Dirty Arvin.
So like I give you an example as far as like Lil Whyte, right? Like he started off with Manny Fresh, you know, Manny Fresh relation. I love him. He one of the goats on the producer side. But let's talk about Lil Whyte from like what 08, 07, 08 to about. We can even say now for real, but he had like a 3-4-5 year run. A song come on, you probably be bopping to it. It might not be no gangster song, it might not be hip hop, it might not be, you know, some R&B. But then Lil Whyte come on, you be like, hold on, like did he just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of artist I want to be. That type of artist I am. I'm not gonna say I want to be that type of artist I am. I want to be able to hear R&B song, they be like, "Oh, you think you put something to that?" And then when I put something on there, they be like, "Well, damn, we didn't think you was dope." Yeah, that's how we doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So
it ain't no
you right,
like I said, yeah,
right. But like, okay, you right. But I would say that Wayne have one person like Drake, right? They have like one guy that polices kind of like that area of that branding, right? So I could, I can get an R&B beat, I can get a reggae beat, I can get it right, but it has to have a certain brand that's melted on top, in a sense. Like
I got you. I
Dr. Dre, like Dr. Dre, I have a book of producers, right? He'll have a hell of producers. But for some reason,
kind of like how Rick Ross got his own sound, like
right?
Rick Ross, like
you know,
I
it's
got
a
you.
Rick Ross record when it drops. I don't give a fuck if the first 30 seconds. Okay, cool. Even if you use a different producers, he might have the Maybach music, right? Just to let you know that it's coming from a Maybach brand.
Right? He on there.
And so that's the kind of like the element I'm saying. Like when that's why cats used to say like. Would say like if you're doing a live show, they will always ask, "Is the music original? Can you get to the producer fast enough to send you the stem files so you can get a master mix or whatever the case may be?" That's why cats would go to like one guy to kind of hold all those things so that you know what I mean. They because when you like with T.Hunt,
I would love that. That would be the simplest show.
T.Hunt doing a world tour because I'm about to ask you another question. With T.Hunt doing a world tour, it's gonna be hard.
T.Hunt do a world tour.
Wait.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Look, because you're about to do a world tour, right? Because I see it, right? But when you're about to do a world tour, right? And you gotta now deal with 4 different producers and 4 different like legal issues on IPs and copyrights now, because I'm not. Hold on, let me not. I'm not trying to throw salt. I'm not throwing salt on anything. I'm just giving you what me and Jay Adams be talking about all the time because I'm working with. Because you get copyrights, you know, IP addresses and I'm sorry, intellectual property. You know what I mean? IPs. You know what I mean? That stuff starts to get very valuable when you start getting on world tours. You know what I mean? A 1%. From $1 million is a lot of fucking money.
you know what you saying that you just reminded me of something I seen. I just watched this video a couple days ago with 50 Cent, and he was talking about how one of his producers was like, "Yeah, give me 50,000 for the beat." So 50 said, "All right, how about I give you 30,000 and you take a point?" Now, this before Get What You Got trying to even drop. So turn around.
Come on, preach.
50 said he come in the next day and he like. Yeah, man, so what he say? He said, yeah, dude said, yeah, the 50K is cool. He said, shit, I pay you that right now. Now he took that 50,000 back then. This man has sold 13 million records. That point is worth 1.3 million.
Man.
Like you did what?
Boy. Yeah,
come on.
Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. So yeah, I feel you.
T.Hunt, I saw that shit when I was like, nigga, in my dumbest age, where I was making stupid ass decisions, I would have made the right one. I would say, hell yeah, give me the money. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I got more for you. Shit, I got 10 more. You want?
Yeah, right, man, for real.
Give me the point for everything.
For real, bro. Like, come on, man. But see, that be the thing, you know. You got short term thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Then you got long term things. It's like with the back end money and all that. We can give you this 20K up front to do this show, and we're gonna record it, and we're gonna put it online, and we're gonna just do it that way. Okay, so y'all get money off of the views and all that. So how about instead of the 20, y'all give me 10, and then I take the point or whatever they want to call. I'd rather do it that way, but some cats be, I'll get my money right now. I'm cool. So you just took that 20, they just made
took that 20,
100, and you just got, or they made $1 million. You just got 20,000.
I would have said, give me 15 with 5% of revenue from the video IP.
That part, yeah, some, I mean?
I take 5%.
You are what you can negotiate. You know what I'm
saying? If the shit makes 100K, a nigga got 5%.
And that boy, you hear me? That fat percentage gonna be what's old boy name? Jason Weaver. He said they offered him some upfront money for the Lion King. He said, no, give me this, and then give me some, a percentage of whatever it is. We know the Lion King got that money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he made a smart move on that. But then on the flip side of that, you got where, like we just talking like far as like business, and I don't know everything, but just some of my favorite rappers I saw go through stuff. Like with DMX, he sold them 2 albums in 1 year. Then they say, he said he made 21 million, but he only sold 3. Shit. Where my money? Where the 18 go? But it's like, I guess.
Well, hold on. This is a good conversation. Jay Adams,
yes.
You know me.
And I'm soaking in the game. I'm loving
background, right? Me and Jay Adams be chopping it up about this shit. We start going back and forth about the logistics and percentages and shit. Jay Adams like, Biz, you already know how this sponsoring world and this promotion game work, nigga. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, but in the labels is this, woo. But check this out. When you look at the numbers and you start breaking everything down, when you look at a motherfucker's lifestyle, that shit has to be funded. And until I hate to say it that way.
Dude, yeah.
So
no, real is real, bro. Yeah, real is real. So yeah, that's good right there. So
he said he wants a what, Jay Adams? He said he wants a Maybach and
right. He want another Rolls Royce.
A private jet to take him to Cuba so he can smoke on Cuban cigars and have a meeting with Mark. All right.
It's a cost for that.
Yeah, everything costs. Everything toilet paper, the stickers they went and got you from the vending machine, everything costs for sure. You know what I mean? But that's why I say people gotta be mindful of what they sign and or just be mindful of the whole situation, because you get somebody who don't know what them big ass Obama words be meaning in them contracts, and I just see your number, let me sign.
Hey, I say that this is why I always tell Jay Adams, like, I like to build it off of the people, right? We always keep thinking like the label's gonna bail us out. All the label is just a fucking bank with resources of publicity. That's all they are. They're a fucking bank who got publicity resources. And if we can understand how to be able to move and work as a company, we'd be able to not get signed or have them sign us as a product, because that's what you're doing when you do that, but having to sign a partnership deal, right? You can only sign a business, you can only do a partnership with another business. So when you look at that kind of sets the person up to kind of think like, well, shit, let me set up something. At least if it's not making any money, but at least when you do something, it's a label can't come through and just grab you. They have to go through an entity to get to you, right? And then that entity is just not an entity. You could just, hey, how are you? Hey, how about we give you a $20,000 check? You know what I mean?
Look at you, 10,000. We gonna make a $5 million out for you. But here goes the 10,000. Hell nah. You know what I mean? It's a point of being thirsty and being smart. You know what I mean? And, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart.
But you gotta also look at the value too, though, Biz. You also have to be. You gotta think about, you're dealing with people, business degrees, business experience. They've been doing it. So a lot of times too, you have to be able to quantify your value.
That's when I get you, and I see that as when we talk about people with business degrees. But tell me how many labels that got official people that's working there with business degrees.
A lot of them do, bro.
No, we talking no.
A lot of executives.
Wait. We're not talking top 10. We're not talking top 10. We're not talking Fortune 500, my guy.
I don't. You know me, man. Yeah. I only talk about top 10 labels. I don't really care about the labels. You know that already.
I know, but it's the subsidiaries that's making the money, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to go. But if we talking about getting the bag, though, if we talking about getting the bag. It's like this, man. For me, it's just me. I only talk to Atlantic Records. I don't talk to nobody under Atlantic Records because they're already under somebody. So for me, I don't really spend too much time. Just me, dealing with subsidiaries because I understand it's a numbers game. And I'm only going after a certain amount of money.
Who is Atlantic
When I deal with a label, I'm not talking about anything under $1 million, $1.2 million, $1.5 million. But what I'm saying by adequate the value is independent artists sometimes, artists got to get off the point of I'm worth this, I'm worth that. You have to be able to prove what you're worth. Like your value has to be. It's just like any other business. Your balance sheet gotta make sense versus what you're talking about in business. That's it. It's like the balance sheet just gotta make sense. That's the biggest thing that, because I look at it like this.
Right,
for
but,
an artist,
Atlantic is a subsidiary.
They're a big subsidiary. Is what I'm saying. Why would I go? Why would you?
I know,
right?
but
when I deal with Republic Records, like Republic
hold on,
Records, right?
T.Hunt. It was that Atlantic is not a right. It was that Atlantic is a bigger, what we want to say, subsidiary. They're subsidiary. They don't have the logistics and the power that Warner Music holds. Right?
Yeah, Warner.
They can't pull.
They're not the big three.
Right. So that's what. Well, we're talking. Right. When you mentioned it, I was talking about the majority. Right. The majority of the ones that's out here, they don't have everybody in the crew that has a degree of a master's or a PhD in some. You know what I mean? They don't.
I'm not saying that, Biz. But what I can't let any artist do today. It's like this. I studied for 4 years and got a degree. You can't. I'm never gonna let nobody take. It's like I tell everybody. There is a difference between somebody who has a degree and somebody who doesn't. It's like the only thing a degree really does for me is shows that you know how to finish something and you know the basics. A lot of these labels, though, bro, you can't be a successful label. Like when I first started doing this, I had a friend of mine say, and I didn't get this, but he had been signed to Capitol with Hammer and all. I didn't get this at first. I mean, I was only 26 when I started my first label. But he told me, he said, how are you going to drive in the Indy 500 and you've never driven a car over 200 miles? What I'm saying is there's no way to really understand the music business unless you get it one or two ways. You got to get it the educational way, or you got to get it, like I said, the Jimmy Iovine way. You got to be an apprentice. You got to work your way through. You are not just going to get on YouTube and learn the music business. If you do that way, it's going to take you about 10. I tell us all the time, it might take you like 10 years to do that shit. But at the end of the day, the reason why, and I'm just going off of what I see as a project manager, because this is what I do. I take independent artists and I take them to labels, and I try to have them prepared so they don't have egg on their face. 10 out of 10, when I go to an A&R meeting, everything that A&R said, I done already told that artist. Listen, you're going to be prepared. If not, you're going to have egg on their face, because the only thing you got to look at with Jimmy, and then I look at Dr. Dre. If you're going to go outside the box of what the industry is, because we're talking about the music industry, there's a box. If you're going to go outside of the industry, you got to be able to do what Biz has done. Most artists can't say and show a balance sheet of success. So when you get to the labels, if you haven't checked those like 4 or 5 major boxes, most artists don't even know that there's something called a buzz report, a buzz sheet. And what you have to do to be on that buzz sheet, because here's what I'm saying. What are we doing music for besides feeding our families?
Right, but I get you. But the only let's move the conversation. So look, the best deals are made by leverages, and the only leverage to have is by your fan base. So when they honestly figure out that you can be able,
that's the thing, But that's an easy thing to say. People say that all the time, right?
No, it's look, I was finna go somewhere. I'm finna go somewhere. Check. I got you, Big Brody. Look, check this out. Right, it's leverage. Right, in today's time. The only way they have leverage is to have what? And this is a big broad. This is very broad. But let me see if anybody can nail it. The only way to have leverage in this day and age, the only way to have leverage is to have what? A huge what?
You got to have a paying fan base. You got to have a bought-in fan base. Not just you got to have a bought-in fan base.
Sure.
Goes back to what I said.
A brand. No. Wait. A brand. Pretty much a brand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. A brand that will literally, no matter what you do, you attach your name to it, it's gonna make money. Right. You may not even check that out. This is what I learned. This is what I fucking learned. You may not even have a fan base. You might just know a formula that your brand just puts out just because you come through with a certain brand strategy, right? Just like brand strategists, right? They don't really have a fan base, but they're paid by industry professionals or industry people to literally brand strategy. And generally their brand strategy usually works. So I'm just saying, like, when we look at it, it's literally how you have leverage. If you say, what do you want artists to know now? What is the end game? He said, what is the end game? Branding.
Yeah, but how do you get
your
to the
brand?
brand?
If your brand as an artist, look, if your brand as an artist, a label will look at you very powerful if you're making close to about $100,000 a month. Them niggas will be like,
different though, bro. You saying something? You saying the same thing I'm saying? You just saying it differently.
No. Well, I get you. No. What I'm saying is your brand, right? Look at the cats that go viral, right? The girl who got 25 million streams, her name is G.R.U.S.T.L.E, right? I'm literally making, the whole point is that she's not working with no highly educated professional person, right? To get what she needs to get off. And the reason why I'm saying this because the label she got signed to is Republic. Yes, there may be a subsidiary, but they're a huge subsidiary, like you're saying, just like an Atlantic, right? Republic. And Republic, it has who? Ariana Grande and big other people, right?
Okay.
Huge numbers, right? Who doing huge numbers. And when you look at it, it's the brand that literally sells their shit. Like, they build brands behind them.
But a brand is not necessarily, a viral is not a brand necessarily, bro, because a brand is something
a viral?
No, when you say go viral, it's not necessarily a brand.
Viral.
A brand is something that is consistent and stable. Viral does not mean it's going to happen next time.
Some people brand is not consistent and stable. It's
not a brand then, Biz. It's not a brand.
No. Some people have short brands that last for 1 or 2 years that people get behind. Some people have long brands, right? You know what I mean? That's like a Pepsi or some shit like that, right? But then you got
Nike or something like that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, then you got Payless. Payless was a kind of a short run brand, right?
It wasn't a short run brand. That was an established brand till it went bankrupt.
Well, we know that short run. You know what I mean? All I'm saying, ain't nobody.
I was about to say, I don't know if Payless was a short run.
You know what I mean? It didn't have such a strong hit on the community where it could be able to be survive any hit, which is a strong brand could survive. It's like motherfucking, you know, I mean, like motherfucking Amazon. Amazon is a strong brand that can survive any recession. It's recession proof. That motherfucker is here to stay, right? All I'm saying is,
that
like,
transportation company ain't going nowhere for sure.
You know, I mean, all I'm saying is, like, when the artist is able to build a solid brand where they're able to have a fan base, you know what I mean? And they can leverage. That's why I say if the artist wanted to do something different and get the best deal, a best record deal, is to know what leverage they bring with their brand, right? If you know that your brand can touch 30K every day or 30,000 people every day, they look at that as sales. So I'm not like, you know what I mean, being down on it. I'm just saying, like, it's the brand leverage.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you for sure.
You know, just, you know, I don't know. I believe we should build our own money. You know what I mean? And if we could build that money, that will make a label have to pay in more money. You know what I mean? Because they got to pay in for what's already been paid for and more. That's why you look at Russ when he signed his deal, his record deal. I think a record deal, they had to loot him up because they would have to pay him for all the records that he put out and made money on. That's too much money. So they's like, hell no, let's We gotta leverage this deal, like, and they had to do a deal on what was then and from then on. Jay Adams did a deal from what was then and then on, right, for like an album or two, and Russ made more money on his. He made more money. He started making more money on his previous albums.
Yeah,
That
but we
just
talked
made
about
his
that
catalog
before,
go
and that
up.
goes along. Yeah, and see, we talked
Right?
about that with Russ, but see, most artists can't even get to that point, though, bro. That's what I'm only saying. Most artists can't get to that point, man. It's like you have to. It's like this, right? I have not gone into one meeting in the last, you know, I'm just saying on me. I have not gone into one label meeting in the last 2 years where it has not been about proving. Whether you use the word proven, whether you use the word substantiate. Because to me, a record label is the same thing as when I go into a bank. A bank is only a record label is only a bank with a marketing plan. Artists have to get past the bullshit of my music is hot. My niggas love me. What the fuck does that mean on paper?
Right.
Like, you can't go to Polestar with that bullshit. You know, you got to be at a show. This venue was 350 people, and I sold 340 tickets. You know, like, you got to be able to show this shit. Artists got to get off that. That's all that I'm saying. Like, I'm coming.
That's not every artist, though. That's not.
I mean, but I'm just saying for me, for Westcoast Heavies and J.R.U.S.T.L.E management. If you
bro, you said it last week.
We ain't gonna be talking about what it could be and what we think it is. We gonna have that shit proven. We gonna be able to substantiate that. That's all that I'm saying. It's just about, to me, it's about how do we get to the bag the fastest. The way we get to the bag the fastest is do what we talking about today on this show.
Speaking of the bag,
ourselves first.
Speaking of the bag, no, put this back up. B Punisher says, he says, I agree with Jay on the brand. You have to leverage the fame into a brand so that it can survive. I don't know. I don't think you have to leverage the fame. Die out fame. I think you could be, your brand could be strong and don't even be famous. Like, you know what I mean? We have to look at branding.
I agree with that.
Branding as not just a famous thing. There's a lot of brands that are not popularly, because fame means popular, right? If I'm mistaken,
I believe so. Yeah, I mean that's my take on it.
Yeah, right. So
I feel like if you stay consistent with good quality, but you got to keep doing it. That's how you build your fan base up.
Right.
Right, but there's a lot of people that's famous and can't sell records. Look at Saweetie, or what's her name? Who's famous and can't sell records.
I think that's what we're saying. Like, she can't take that fame that she got, and she hasn't been able to.
How she gonna
brand that sell?
Right? How she gonna leverage that? That's a short branding sale. I'm telling you, she's not gonna survive. I'm telling you, that shit ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, they just put a bunch of money here to sell some quick product. That's quick product sale. So you got a person who's just selling a quick brand because they know they can get the quick dollar off and sell for the audience that they can at the moment. And then it's like quick stock. You know what I mean? We get our dividends on the back end, right? Because we know she can't sell fucking albums, but she did the McDonald's commercial and all of that shit, and that was some bread, right? So cool.
You got to market it in other ways.
Right, she got her money, but if she's not diversifying her funds, then it's on her. But she ain't, I don't know if she could be able to leverage another deal, you know what I mean? Unless she do something crazy with her brand. She has to consistently make something solid. Like, you know who got a crazy brand right now? It's motherfucking Black China or Angela White.
Yes, she do.
Why?
Yes, she do.
Transition, now she's in the medical field, right? She's not in the medical field as far as doing things, but like her brand now has changed to better her body and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, that's a huge brand. That she's gonna be a billionaire. Watch.
Yeah. She gonna get
power of branding, right? That's the power. That's what I'm saying.
You got a strong brand. Your strong brand can take you where you need to be. I agree.
Now her brand became bigger. Her brand became bigger now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Bread. Yeah, exactly. Facts.
What's it called? Hold on. What's it called? It says she had money behind her, and a real support. Ninjas don't
that's facts.
want to, Ninjas don't want the next to be bigger than them. Damn,
Yeah,
that's
man,
true.
that's that crab in the barrel mentality, man. Like I said, they can
Yeah,
pull my shoes. I'm gonna come up out these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can pull the jeans too.
hold
I'll
up.
be at the top of the
Go back
ladder
right
next
here.
to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely that crab in the bucket
Did I say
mentality.
Vince? Let me see.
he said it's sad. It is a sad truth. Cats hide all
Yeah,
the plugs. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know why cats be hiding all the plugs, man. They be,
Real.
that's some real BS, man. But
yeah. A
yeah,
lot of cats be hateful, man. That they don't want you. What they're saying that they like to see you doing good, just not better than them. It be a lot of that going on in the industry. You know what I mean? Or a lot of these cats that get jealous over they walk, man. They get jealous over just something that don't got nothing to do with the music. They might try to
right,
do it that way. But yeah,
right.
I
No,
don't
you're
know.
right.
I stay solid. I move solid. I keep solid around. So we see that from a mile away. You know what I mean? And just try to avoid that at all costs, man. But it's
Yeah,
unfortunate
for
that it
right.
works out that
Right.
way. You know, man. Definitely unfortunate that it works out that way.
Go to the one 456.
What was that, Biz?
No, okay.
Yeah.
He said put. You want to read that one? Go ahead.
He said, Mr. Get Bam said, put the work in and go hard. The gatekeepers don't want us to pass them on Hoover Street.
On Hoover Street. Keep
I
gruffing.
mean, facts,
Keep
I
gruffing.
mean, they
Keep
don't.
gruffing.
You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why we
Yeah.
got to do. I feel like that's what we do so much here on this network. Why it's so popular, because see, my thing of it is we all support each other. See, I just look at the difference, right? You know, what we had back in the day versus what we got today. That's why I keep going back to the technology, man, the internet.
Yeah.
It's like the way we can support each other, the way we can do things with
Keep
each
it
other.
this. We'll go back.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what we could do to support each other. That's why it's so major to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we talking to people right here. You know what I'm saying? We had Cheeky earlier, so us 4 people today. We all doing our thing in our own perspective.
All
like,
in different areas. Yeah.
You bring that together. That's why I know where I live at. I've been in this political system my whole life. I don't let politics and I'm dealing with some shit right now. I can't even talk about it. Can't even be public. It's some messy ass bullshit between 3 different camps. Well, 2 different camps. It ain't gonna get to the 3rd on the West Coast, and it's bullshit. They all blacks, all in music. But it's just like what Mr. Get Banned said. You got certain motherfuckers that feel they here, and they done been out since '85. Nigga, your time is over with. But you don't want this. I'm keeping it against.
What Pac said, Bray said, you reference looking like Larry Holmes, flabby sick, trying to play a hate on my shit. You feel me? Yeah.
For real.
It'd be
That's
like
some
that.
bullshit, man.
It'd be like that, bro. Wow, that's some real
I don't
shit.
never let that shit bother me. That shit don't mean nothing to me. But it's a shame that I still see that. Like what Mr. Get Banned is saying, like, I'm dealing with, like, I'm in the middle of that bullshit right now. I didn't go to a video shoot last week because of it. I don't want to be around it. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about that shit, man. It's like at the end of the day, let these young artists eat, my ninja. It's a different day now. Let these niggas eat. You know what I'm saying?
It's enough for everybody to do their thing and not have to step on those toes. I feel like if you got to step on toes to get to where you're going,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it ain't even worth it for me. But you know that's where integrity come in. That a lot of these cats don't have that. So you know that's what separates me from them. That's what separates you from them, Jay from them. You know what I mean? But like you said, if I seen the one cat said, staying consistent and stay putting in work. Cats think I'm gonna put out this one song. Like you said, I'm gonna put out this one song. It's gonna blow up tomorrow. No, it's not. You gotta put money behind that song and keep pushing and promote it every day. And find a promotional company, find somebody that's gonna help you out. But like you said, a lot of cats don't want to put that work in to get ahead where they need to be. And that's why a lot of cats stay stuck where they go at. They stuck where they at because they've been there and they're not trying to elevate their situation at all. You know what I mean? If you go do this, if you don't take a risk, on yourself and invest in yourself, you're not gonna go nowhere.
See the crazy thing of it is, man, it's like, one thing that I say about like with Biz, man, see the biggest thing about what I say, how he's taking an opportunity, he's taking multiple opportunities, but this is what I always tell artists, man. You can learn a lot from this artist. It's like if you take an opportunity and you find your niche, you find your sound, you know what I'm saying? You find who you are as an artist. Because like I told you earlier, bro, T.Hunt, you got to know who you are as an artist first. You know, you read your bio, you got a lot of experience, you doing things, right? Once an artist, you find yourself, you find your sound, you believe in what you doing. That's one thing Biz is good at. And I think a lot of artists, man, that I deal with, like, to this day, Biz has not sent me one song that wasn't fire. And that's just being real. But when I used to be back in
but that had to hey, I'll tell you this though. You right, Jay Adams, but I'll tell you this though. One thing people have to understand is they have to have the ear of understanding. You have to understand what people are already gonna like, period. And if you can't even make them groove for one, make them groove. And then know that they like different type of music. You can't send your music to people who don't like all type of music, or they just listen to one thing of music. You got to send them the music that they listen to a lot. And so when you send it to an experienced ear, that's the difference. An experienced ear. Right, Jay Adams experienced ear, Jay Smooth experienced ear, T.Hunt experienced ear. Listen to a lot of music. We don't just listen to hip hop all day, but you know we like different shit. We like R&B, we like reggae. You know what I mean? Like niggas like you know what I mean. So
I'm gonna keep it real though, Biz. Even if you didn't, I'm gonna keep it real though, bro. It's like I tell you this all the time, man. It's like this is your niche. You got universal music to me though, because even if you didn't have all of that, like I've listened to you. Me got to realize, man. I remember one time you sat in the studio. I can't tell you how many. Somebody crashed. I can't tell you how many records you play. That shit funny as fuck. What he said? Hold on. That shit caught me off guard. That nigga said, "Hell, no, all Biz music is trash." They can't hear that. Shit caught me off guard, nigga.
That's Mr. Get Bad, man.
Oh, that nigga caught me off guard, man. That's fucked up, man. Why he do me like that? He caught me all off guard with that shit.
Yeah, silly, bro.
Oh man. Oh man.
He put me on Nick Cannon. I think I made more money than Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, that's what we do here, though, huh? Hey, that's
yeah, man.
He caught me up guard with that one, though, man. All business music is trash. Big Nick Cannon head.
Y'all clowning, bro. Y'all silly.
Man.
He has a brand, but see, check this out. He has a brand. You see, that's a brand right there. His name is Mr. Get Banned. Like his brand is to get banned. Like, you know what I mean? He is meant to get banned. Like the nigga don't care.
Yeah, that shit funny as fuck.
He said, where the cap button? He said, where the cap button? We don't got it back here. Do we got it back here? No, we don't got none of it back here. Nah. We don't got none of it back here. Damn.
He said, where the cap? He said, where the cap button at? Hey, man, that shit caught me off guard, man. I normally don't get caught off guard like that, man, and throwing off my point. But goddamn, nigga, you got me with that one, though. Yeah, man.
Let's try.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, bro. Salute, man. I'm already knowing. I be around Biz all the time. You never know what might come out of his mouth, but you got me with that. I ain't know I had another Biz tapping in. Man, that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though, boy.
Shocked me. Yeah, that shocked me.
Yeah, he got me right there, though, man. He got me right there, boy. I was glad. Hey, T.Hunt got to experience that one, though, man. That's how we do, man. Have fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got me over rolling. I had to cut the mic off. Like, y'all silly, bro.
We get down to the business. We get the jokes on, man, all that shit, man. But that was a good one.
But that's but that's what we need. Like, you know what I mean? Me, I don't see. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you been around the harsh of the harsh, when you been around the roughest of the rough, like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what it is. You know what it does. It's like, you know, I've had fucking He said it's only one biz and only one Mr. Get Bad.
Back of my head hurt, man. God, man. That shit was funny. That shit was funny, boy.
Y'all funny,
bro. He was typing the fuck out of you. That shit got me, boy. That's a great one, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, Mr. Get Bad's been watching for 3 years, man. That's a tribe member. He here. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all definitely gained the member today, too, man. I'm going to make sure I subscribe now there, bro. I'm rocking with y'all.
Oh, man. You got to.
Love, baby.
You got to, man. You got to.
Yeah, man. We support, man. Tap in, man. You know, we support each other, man. We fuck with each other like that, man. Tap in, bro.
Matter of fact,
family now. I gotta get ready to
tune in tonight, man.
Meeting, man.
So
I know Biz got some more stuff coming up this week, Biz. What you got coming up this week, man? Always.
And y'all tune in tonight. Y'all tune in right after this. We have Pastors Unfiltered with a new guest host, and this is going to be pretty live, man. This is we talking about tonight. He's talking about. I didn't know this. This is pretty strange, y'all. If a man doesn't leave, and the Bible says this, if a man doesn't leave his child something after he's gone, he's not a man. And I thought that was, if a man does not leave his child something after he's gone, pretty much when he dies and he don't leave his child nothing, he's not a man.
That's deep, bro. I ain't never heard that before. I want to hear that. I ain't never heard that before. You got me already. You got me interested already. I want to hear that one.
You know, see, I don't have no kids, so you know, man. But I agree with what you're saying.
You want to leave that, and think about it. If you don't leave if you don't leave your child anything when you're gone, you're not a man to begin with. Wow,
that's deep.
You got damn, that's a legacy, right?
Yeah, that's deep, bro. That's deep.
That shit fucked me up. Well, that's on Pastors Unfiltered. That would be on at 8:00 tonight. Y'all can check that out. The stream is there. We getting all the promo out and stuff like that. But that's what's going on tonight.
Man, I gotta get ready to bounce, man. But before I bounce, T.Hunt, man, tell the people again where they can find you, man. They can always find you on this YouTube video. This ain't going nowhere on the Westcoast Heavies TV Podcast and the BizEnt.Network. Where they find you at, man? What's your social media and everything?
You know, on YouTube, man, you know, y'all can subscribe. You know, saying Mr. Hunt 937, or it might be T.Hunt 937. You know, y'all subscribe, tune into the videos. You know, sometimes I might go live do a show. The Facebook Hunt Jaffe Jo, HuntJaffejo. Same thing on Instagram, Twitter, T.Hunt 937. You know what I'm saying? I got videos coming. I got shows coming. I'm gonna be in Indianapolis April 22nd. We'll be in Saginaw, Michigan. I believe it's June 17th. You know, we got some St. Louis dates coming up. I love to get over there to Cali. I love to get over there to Florida. You know what I mean? I said, look out for the movie Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right. Go check out Got My Hustle up on Tubi. Go check out Child Support on Tubi. Man, you know, I'm working, man. You know what I mean? I'm anywhere I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check the music out. Y'all check the music out. Y'all want me to come rock, hit me up. I'm there, bro. I don't play no games about this music. I do this. And I salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for, you know, just having me.
Man, we appreciate you more, my guy.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you too, man. We're gonna have you back in, man. But tell Todd it's another good one, man. He brought another solid soldier, man. So we definitely gonna bring you back, man. You was really great for the show, brother.
Man, salute to
Shout
y'all,
out
bro.
to Dayton, like Todd said, man. You know, it's always been a connection between the West Coast and Dayton, man. So we.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
you know what I'm saying?
Hometown of the funk and that G-funk over there, man.
Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Like,
sure.
like Todd said, man, we've been using y'all in our music, man. So it's always been that love, bro.
I love it, bro.
Yeah,
I love
it, man. So we definitely, man, gonna bring you back, man. I got some things I want to do with you and Todd. Probably on the same show, the same day. Probably coming up in June. So we'll talk about it, man. So, man, we appreciate you, my brother. Salute, man, from the West Coast Heavies Podcast, brother. On the BizEnt.Network, man. We appreciate you, fam.
So, man, much love from Mission Music, Grustleholic, Dayton, Ohio in the building. Coming to a city near y'all real ASAP.
Appreciate you, bro. In a minute, man.
For sure.
All right, for sure. Man, that was another good one, man. So brought Mr. T.Hunt, man, live, man, all the way from Dayton, Ohio, man. Another great show on the Westcoast Heavies TV Podcast on the BizEnt.Network, man. I'm your man, Jay Adams, man. BET Awards, man, still taking sponsors and vendors, man. It's not too late to tap in. Get with me so I can get with you on the BET Awards and the car show we got coming up in Florida with Cheeky M in September, man. So we got 2 big summer events, and then BizEnt.Network, we got some live shows coming up too, man. So a lot of things going on. Check us out. We out.